Temperature readings appearing to be quite low here. Where are we?
Was called here by Louisa. They're going to have a discussion here.
Understood. So, perhaps we should get going then.
Indeed.
After examining the Raze communications, there is Louisa Donwell, also known as the Spirit Crafter. Would this be correct?
She knows souls, yes. I don't really know myself, so I couldn't explain it.
I mean, I know souls.
Understood.
If that's what you're wondering.
And let her explain it.
Will I be granted permission to access the Scouts' data logs?
Well, I'd have to ask Alex, but if you're able to explain what happened at Ares, I wouldn't see why I would not. It is for good measure, so...
Download complete. Hello, Clover.
Hi.
Louisa Donwell is a, well, paranormal investigator. They proceed to, well, check out and seek souls that are misguided, and, well, there's not much on her record. You directly affect the soul, if I am correct.
Yeah. Sometimes I
She
have
finds
to,
souls.
sometimes I don't want to.
Is a poltergeist hunter, and she deals in runes that can manipulate or locate said souls.
Oh. Wait, you guys need runes for that stuff? Oh.
Yes. Some people use runic to cast certain spells and abilities. Ares, for example, uses a giant rune to teleport.
That's what you're wondering. I don't really communicate with souls, but I can find them without problem.
Understood. I will be heading off then, Athena.
Let's get going then. I have...
Just...
Understood.
If Ares is... awake, just... tell him I'm worried about him. And I'll help as much as I can.
Currently seeking therapy for his internal struggles. He's currently in a condition where he's able to see, well, visitors here and there. Currently, he is resting.
Well, let
Perhaps
me
it
know
would
when a
be-
visitor slot pops open.
In my personal recommendation, if you would allow it, is, well, you personally hear it from you himself. He personally takes messages from others in person far greater than relaying a message.
Then I guess I'll head over as soon as possible then, given the option.
I will let you know when there's a new slot ready. However, he is currently up in Rantigast's laboratory. You would also need to speak to said Ren Pentigast for the coordinates. I cannot freely give information like that.
Fair enough. I understand.
Let us proceed. We have 5 individuals on the right. Counting.
I know some of them.
2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I know most
Scanning.
of them.
Damian Gray, Vera, Dennis, Vela,
What the hell?
Ari.
What was that? Oh.
These are all allies of Ares.
Hello, welcome.
Right,
Come in,
we'll
come
talk
in.
about that at a different time.
Let's get in.
Let's focus on
Perhaps
this.
this is the front entrance instead.
And we go, and we go,
Perhaps.
and we go, and we
I
high
mean,
clover.
there's a few.
Hello.
Hello. Right. Accessing
Another
memories.
construct.
You are Sam. Super awesome machine.
Sam, what happened to your old frame?
Hello,
And
I'm
you can
Hermes. Pleasure
talk
to meet you.
properly.
That's what.
Oh, you're Hermes, like that was in like the comms thing. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Having to control
Wait,
my
who
own
has Hermes?
Oh
wait, no, I'm thinking of
hey, I
something
don't
else.
sound like an echo train anymore.
I don't know what you're referring to, but here, Hermes here is
Sometimes
going to be collecting some information while
Hello there.
Ares is recovering.
Okay. When I have time, I will access that though. Thank you. That's very important. Thank you, because I forgot to check that.
I really
Okay,
don't like
incredible.
this samurai fella.
Be careful around the line.
I still remember the first time you showed up.
Yeah, I just forgot to do it. I get kind of caught up in
And I
conversations.
still remember the time he tried to get me on his side.
I understand. Hello. Yes.
Recording me too.
Didn't like it very much.
Yeah.
you were
I
a
guess
giant, like,
It's going.
light bulb.
Yeah, I can just
Are we
I
going
can just
in
like
here
hop
or up
between
here?
bodies.
I guess we're going in
like
here.
when I want to, pretty much. So this is my like fight one.
I mean, it's not my table.
Interesting.
I mean, once I've been to a place, I can teleport there, so...
Hi, Scholar.
He isn't mentally unstable, is he? Because the last time a friend of yours per se, that I met, kind of shot himself in the head.
Where's
Well, I believe I met
That
you.
is quite the message to walk into.
Clover?
I think this is what is normal here.
Step past you.
I didn't like that place.
What?
I suppose so.
You'll find normal to be a general term these days.
That would be most ideal to have.
You are unknown to Ares' records.
Lovely.
Hello.
Am I?
Our heavy hitter here, our portal master is in.
I am Hermes. Pleasure to
I
meet
believe
you.
synthetic is the proper term for construct these days. So, which one do you prefer? Construct, synthetic, name,
I am
identification?
simply a supportive AI that wishes to assist and gather as much data as I possibly can so that I can relay to Ares. Either way, I am not offended.
Very well.
I thought you were
Nonetheless, what would I call?
It's always
What?
been
No,
a thing.
no, no, no.
It's been a thing.
I am Hermes.
It's because I let
All right,
you say what everything says.
Nice to meet you.
By title, I everybody's getting in court.
You're gonna take the They're polite too. I like that.
That's it.
Sex isn't real.
I was programmed to be a social worker. Well, a social AI. I wish not for any malcontent at all, even if the person is exhibiting cases of, well, rude
Are you
behavior.
saying that you do not have a soul inside of you?
Autumn, if he had
I am able to think for myself, however, I have things built into me to help, well, guide me. Much less like how somebody is born to fight, or somebody is born to do what they hate.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Gathered
It's
around.
alright,
Very
odd.
Better
Why
than
must you be tall?
I was 2 days ago. I
All
think.
right. Well,
I must you be sure.
I'm gonna start getting.
pleasure.
I'm gonna start getting everybody's attention here.
Pleasure.
good.
Most of these people in this room,
Not scared by
I
anything
recognize because of
Recognizing a
Ares.
handful of you, which is lovely.
Hello.
Jehovah's
I
Witness.
was mostly
Oh,
not scared
Damien
until
Gray.
they grabbed me.
What the fuck? Hello? You know my name.
I'm
Who
not
are
a
you?
religious person that comes up to your door and
There we go.
I am Hermes. I
We just
access
don't
your,
really
well,
don't want to do anything with
communications through
Ah,
that.
you're
Thus,
Hermes.
knowing all of your names, you describe Hermes.
Don't even.
Shut up.
Greetings.
Yep.
Lance, was it?
Really. And
Yes. Sorry, I
Athena, I'm assuming.
noticed you
Hi,
there.
Lancelot.
If I can
Greetings.
consolation, Damien Gray. I have scanned all of Ares' memory banks and all of his feelings. He does not hold any malcontent for you, even in his, well, shortcoming.
Oh shit, what does he think of me? Tell me next.
And a
I
really.
feel like you're a little
That's
excited about the situation.
You are,
He's always so
Vera,
excited about
you
every
are-
situation.
I can recall a memory where Ares said he wanted to train you,
You
correct?
said it.
After his training has come, well,
Who
his
the hell are
testing
all
is
these fucking
complete,
people
he will
coming in here?
He'll proceed with his mission.
I think I might have accidentally left the tear open.
He should focus on
Where's Sunshine?
getting
You
himself
left
rested
what
first.
open?
I heard that happened.
Caught me for a second.
Understood. You will be doing mild tests, so just
You
helping others.
left the tear open.
Combat would be a only
I left the
necessary
door
need.
open in.
Okay,
We need to start talking about things.
However, your hope and the sheep is gone.
Wait, I can describe it. I left the front door
Hello,
open
Louisa.
for this
Donwell,
dimension.
is it?
Why?
Indeed.
Why not? Okay,
I am
dumbass.
Hermes. I am here to, well,
What about the back door?
not
Is the back door open?
protrude or insert. I am only here to, well, retrieve data so I can only pass it along to Ares when he wakes up.
Well, new people continue to arrive, so.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
right.
The
It
more
is a
new people
pleasure.
that we don't know,
That was easy.
it's just creating the problem of us getting sidetracked.
Alright. I guess gather around, everybody. I'm getting everyone's attention here.
Hi.
So,
gather around the campfire and sing our campfires.
for last night, or not last night, I'm sorry.
This appears to be
No,
normal.
I am tall.
Last time we were at the Raze, we went to a place called the Answers. And from what I'm understanding, my group
There weren't really any answers.
were the only ones to get answers, if you can even call them that. I've put together some
No answers, but only more
loose
questions.
theories, considering that's all I can do. I got in contact with one of the lords of the Raze, and when I asked for answers, they told me, Broken, kill him, help us. Just vague and unhelpful things like that. And they also said that the answers were corrupted, and I can gather that means one of two things. Either the answers he was telling me were corrupted and they were unuseful just completely, or he means the actual place is corrupted, and that probably has to do with the person we need to kill. Who that is, I have no idea.
I have a theory that no one would like.
What is that? What's your state, soldier?
Rambles. Shambles.
Oh.
I'm kind of drunk right now.
Shambles.
You're always drunk.
Because I'm assuming if you have to kill the construct, you'd have to kill the other three, right? Or the other two.
I'm not sure why we would need to kill Shambles.
No.
I mean, the place you
No,
went
I
to, what
don't
does it
think
look
it's
like?
shamble. Plus, if we, I
Dark-
feel like there are a
I
lot
doubt
of
it's
running
shambles.
him.
To describe where we were, well, first off, we were split up. Like
I saw
Harrison
him the
said,
other
when we got
day.
there,
at the guild.
we were all
Probably
split
when
up.
I wasn't there.
There was like this cabin in the middle of
So why would
of
that
a
be
cave, it looked like, and surrounding the
Alright,
cabin was just
listen.
darkness. There's like a
I
veil.
didn't like it
all
very
around.
much.
And there were creatures,
Listen.
monsters, things like that, just coming in around us. I'm not sure how many of you experienced the same thing that were there, but it was just generally not a fun time.
Alright.
They messed
Does
with
anyone
your
else-
head. They toyed
Does
with
anyone
us
else
a
feel like
lot.
the answers? Does anyone else who was there feel like they got any answers at all? I guess it is the place of answers, but it never specifies how many answers
Didn't
you'll
get
get.
any. No.
I do believe that my group was the only one to actually get in contact with the Lord to receive answers.
Well, from what it sounds like no one's going to be getting any answers from there. None, well, at least not till it's whatever corruption is present is sorted.
We may have gotten answers that just aren't straightforward.
Yeah, there's always
I
a
guess
chance
you
that
have
people
a
given answers but
point.
didn't.
You have to put the
respond.
puzzle pieces together to get the whole thing.
Here's a theory. The answers we did get are the wrong answers, and we're being tricked.
Someone could have asked a stupid question.
You sound like
The
this
answer is don't be afraid of the
interesting
dark.
individual.
Dive right in.
I don't know.
I mean, if that's the answer, you'll be honest.
They work
That could
half
make
the
sense,
time.
actually.
The answer that I got was
Because
the
that
answer
was
to
how we
Sheen and,
all
like,
got
spelling people.
teleported back to, like, each other. Everything faded to black.
Yeah, we were
Now,
teleported back to the resting place.
what if the answer was
Black?
there are no
Before it faded
answers?
to white.
It's
Like,
this place is not just meant.
Well, never mind
This
then.
place is not.
I
it's
ran
not
from a
just meant to
burning
be.
building.
it's not just meant to be answers about the
My
race,
fault.
it's meant to be also answers about yourselves. So if you found anything about yourself, you've technically got answers.
I need to become
so-
stronger then, is what I'm getting from it then.
Well, there you go.
Oh man, I got some really eerie suggestions from one of the creatures. Something about letting the abyss take hold, and I'm like, nah,
Bad idea.
I think I'm good.
Very bad idea.
But
Oh,
Not
what
that
about
bad.
the hole in the resting place?
So-
Whenever everybody had like left and all that, the whole
Yeah, that thing we saw.
you
Yeah, I'm
examined it.
fairly certain we saw one of the
Evening.
hunters that comes in and out of the hole in the resting place. Was
Yeah. Apparently,
You
what
s-
we
it
can
looked
tell,
like
it seems
uh,
like that. I
we
think
didn't really
you
see
mentioned
it was like a
that-
creature riding a metallic dinosaur.
it was I think it was the dino, but apparently those things hunt down people who break the rules. I think.
Well, good thing I wasn't there to see that.
But I was talking to Astrid, and she gave me some interesting insight that may point us in the right direction, or at least somewhere to start. When I asked Astrid if she knew of anything that could have wanted to do this, I asked, or she said perhaps there may be deities that wanted to, and I referred to the Titans. I said, what of the Titans? Would they have wanted to do this? And she implied that the Titans were deities. So that's interesting.
If we're to look back based upon the legends and mythology themselves, some of the deities themselves were born from the Titans. So it goes fair to say they'd be on equal terms.
Well, this isn't quite
That's a strange
like your
implication,
mythology. This is a different place entirely.
Wait, by Titans, you mean the constructs like shambles?
I'm
But you
sorry,
do have
is
a point,
Shambles one of the Titans?
Yes, did not know that. He's the second Titan.
Is he that lovely force
I'm
thing I've
sorry.
met in PL?
Did Astrid tell me that Shambles is a deity? Okay. Yeah, no, I did not know that.
According to my
She also.
memory banks, well, areas, there's 3 in total: the warrior, the druid, and shambles.
That would be an
Those are
interesting
the
implication, because then the implication would be that the denizens of the Raze made God.
Well, deity isn't really a god, kind of. There's a difference, but
This goes back to the question as to what you think
I'm not done.
what is a deity?
Astrid also said
got
that she
you
knows that
tactical here,
anything that
but-
would have wanted to corrupt the answers or break the portals, they're all in prison. When I asked if she knew where the prison was, she said no, it's outside of the Raze. It's a well-kept secret. So if we can find this prison and find out if any of their inmates are missing, then we may have our target for who we're supposed to take out.
Oh, I hope it's not the vault.
It's not well gotten enough if they even know about it. If she would have known anything, that means there might be others that know. If it was a well guarded secret, nobody would know of it.
I think it's more the location is secret.
So how are we gonna find it? We clearly need to find a way to
Not a
get there.
clue. I mean, we
well,
could
I
ask
mean,
the
you can
lords,
think-
but they're kind of giving us weird, choppy answers.
What was the words? It was
Well, that's
broken.
onto the list of things that we might need doing.
I would like to add one more thing. Damien opens his bag holding and pulls out Captain Matt's concertina. This was found in the resting place. For those of you who know Captain
Okay,
Matt,
then.
this is his instrument. So perhaps we could. And those of you that have soul sight will see that there's a soul string leading off to somewhere. Don't know where. So this could help us find Captain Matt if you were still wanting to do that.
Little context, Captain Matt is a ghost pirate that we rescued a while back.
I don't think that does anything.
And
can
he's
I see it actually?
And the last time we saw him, he went to Arm Bay, which is not really safe right now because of the sea monster.
Alright.
But we do kind of have an advantage just in case it tries to attack us, because I was able to master the water
Out of
elemental form.
character, Funny is not here, so he won't be able to tell you anything.
I hit it with last time I witnessed it.
Caro!
Have you tried maybe
I
like
can eat
talking to
it.
it? And not like
Karu.
going to the
Damien.
I'm sure they're not.
kind of
that
decided
bad.
what to
Sea creature.
I was wondering what the words were that the Lord gave me. Was broken, kill him, and
There's a
Sea creature.
I don't know.
the words that this Lord.
Quiet down, quiet down.
What did he say?
We're still
The
thinking about
lodge?
Alright.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time understanding you with everyone else talking.
The Lord. What did he tell you?
All he told me was kill him, broken, answers corrupted. That's about it.
So what's up with you, red guy?
Mr. Damien.
Mm-hmm.
There's a link on this.
Yes, I know. I've seen it. I just don't know where it goes.
I'm Hermes.
Have you tried to follow it?
Nice to meet you, Hermes. I'm Scaly Santa.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, the thing is it leads
This would take me straight to the location if you follow it by default.
Ah, okay. Let me explain why that's probably not going to work. The way we get around the Raze is through the portal system. If we just see a string going to God knows where,
From injuries.
that doesn't tell us where it's going because we don't know what's in each direction.
Well, maybe I would have been able to elaborate on that.
Understood.
Yeah, big boy.
Maybe we can try getting into Arm Bay.
He is quite large.
I think we should save this for another day.
Probably wise to study
you.
it.
What do we know of the answers?
This is one big together hoopla.
Nothing. We know it's corrupted, and that there's a cabin in the middle of what looks like a cave surrounded by darkness.
What if by a wild thing the prison is at the answers?
I've been gone for a very long while.
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know.
You fall asleep?
Raze is all cracked and all messed up.
Wakey, wakey. Good morning.
I would like to try to say I don't. We need to figure out what we're doing here.
Okay, well, we need to first discuss future organizational
What are we actually going to be doing?
Figuring it out.
Okay then.
Pardon me.
Enjoy the company
Yes.
of females and males alike.
I arrived here a little while ago, and I wish to
Get your
join the
attention
race.
close to
I
Lisa,
was
please.
curious as to what is happening.
Scaly.
Apologies.
Can
Perhaps
you
I
all
can
direct your
escalate it.
attention to Louisa, please? We're about to continue here.
Tell you later. Just listen for now.
Or not, that's fine.
I have been.
Okay,
Guys.
Scaly, shush.
contain your
We are
noises.
shush.
Alright, so I will cover our side, what we did. A lot of you, well, some of you were there. We went to the resting place. I believe it was, can't remember who precisely it was, but someone discovered a button on the portal. They sort of pressed it. Didn't really consult the rest of us, it kind of happened. And we were taken to a new location. This location was a huge-ass desert full of horrifying monsters that wanted to kill us, and a group known as the Brotherhood, I believe, who sort of preached to teamwork and togetherness.
Oh, why do I feel like you all struggled with that?
I'm still here.
Well, in any case, In any case, we managed to figure out a way back after a bit, and we have made. We're on good standing with these Brotherhood folks, so if we return there, they're not going to do anything to us. They probably weren't going to do anyway. There's also, as I said previously, a number of creatures, most of which appear hostile. Others are sort of more, just don't get in my way. Typical animal behavior. Yes, that place is very unpleasant. I would not recommend going back there unless we are all prepared and we've had a big long discussion about it beforehand. Because we were unfortunately thrown in, none of our own will, and things were not as good as they could have been.
Just a basic question. The place that you all went to, what's its connection to here? Because if there's no connection, I wouldn't see us having to go back there anytime.
But that's...
It appears to be a part of the Raze now, since we can access it from the portal.
It seems so. It's because we found some other way to be able to use the portal to even get there in the first place. So there must be, when the runes broke, it must have unlocked some alternative ways to get from place to place. That's just what I'm thinking is going on.
Or perhaps opened up old doorways previously sealed.
I would say
maybe
so.
it opened to maybe it opened things to like different biomes. Like you said, your thing that you went through was desert. Maybe there's one for like some kind of snow place or like.
There was originally. Like that's pretty terrible.
Isn't it bad that we keep on opening stuff and gateways and all that stuff in places that probably should not be opened and connected?
Not to mention having
it's already extremely screwed up.
Not to mention having no knowledge as to where we're going.
Well, I mean, to answer your question, Scaly.
May I be able to say something about what I was able to find out,
things from doing
minimal
so?
as it is, about what happened in the resting place?
And everything will blow up.
Because that's what was the main reason we were there, and I was in the middle of it until we were booted out.
It's like literally a bunch of holes in the fabric.
While I was there, I found the spirits that Silver was accustomed to speaking to, Daisy and Rose. They told me that around the time when the Raze first got closed off, they were suddenly kicked out and sent into Silver's staff. But then after the Raze opened back up, they were forcefully propped back in. It was
I'll have to ask Rampage if that happened to them.
Well, from what I know is that no, and from what I'm told, the spirits were all resting, and a lot of them disappeared, and so did a lot of the resting place as well. The mountains, the canals.
Yeah, that's all gone.
Just up. Yeah, it's all gone. And from what I can tell, when I was trying to find, and a lot of spirits along with it, there's only very few left, and I was trying to find one of them to at least speak to me, to ask them how they felt right as they were about to go to sleep. And that's when me and the rest of everyone teleported off.
Yes, unfortunately, we didn't get to perform much of our original objective due to being pulled elsewhere. That's still something we need to fulfill.
Didn't you mention that there was old places along what they said about, there being different biomes and whatnot? You said that there was something like that.
Well, yes, there used to be about
if we found a way to get to one, then there's definitely ways to get to other ones, which could help us find more information.
We're not returning to places that we've already been. These are new places.
Well, I'm meaning, for example, we take all of us and we go to the resting place. We see if any of us who wasn't there can see anything different that anybody else didn't see.
It's worth a try, at the very least.
Problem is, we have a huge party.
I have an idea.
Yes.
I have an idea,
We do our
but it
usual
would just
strategy.
be. It would just involve a couple of us. What if a couple of us involving Kate, so she could communicate with the Lord, went to the answers and tried to interact with that Lord again. See if we can't ask him any questions about a prison. Well, not all of us. I don't want to do that again.
I'm a little scared.
And then
Well, out of
a
all of
bunch of new
us-
people, including
Let's
you
not
and other
connect
people, and maybe
anymore.
somebody who's been there before, go to there and do your idea, so we can do both ideas at the same time.
Well, my only problem with part of Damien's plan is you'd have to bring
Miss
someone
Kate.
who you know can handle the
She said he
answers,
wants
because
connected.
out of a lot of the people who came out, a lot of them were mentally unstable.
Apparently the dagger is no longer connected anymore.
I mean, I wasn't too paranoid after I left and figured things out.
Hey, Kate.
Don't deny it.
It was a
Hamburger.
cheeseburger, but there was so many
As
food.
long as the religious person isn't there, I'll be screwed.
Never mind. Is the dagger bound to you in any way?
Most likely we should have a
I think you should
I believe
not
she
go
said.
back to the answers,
I
okay?
believe she said that the dagger's no longer responsive.
They got into your head.
Oh, that's what Louisa said. It is
I
responsive, but apparently
I
it's
wouldn't
something
want you to
else
go back.
now,
I don't want you
potentially.
to have to go through that again.
Yes.
If you would like, I would like to perhaps
Trauma
do a very
also messes you up.
short
and yes,
solo
it can make you stronger, but it's how you
adventure, or at least one
come
of the.
back after.
The reason I say solo is because if I take another person, there's a chance they'll get split up and they'll be alone. If you would let me, I'd like to take the dagger and do a quick solo expedition into the answers and see if I can't talk to the Lord or whichever Lord is there, and see if I can't get any answers out of him about the prison.
Damien, I'm not letting you go
We should
alone.
do this alone.
If you require
I'm not
assistance, I
letting
could
any
go
of you
with
go
you.
with me.
I've not been before.
From the sound of it, it's going to test you
Hey,
mentally.
remember Wonderland? It's not as bad, but it's kind of like that.
If it's not as bad, then I can bear it.
I could
Honestly,
go
I'm
again.
unsure what came over me in Wonderland.
Okay,
It was
so
entirely
the problem,
unreasonable.
again, that I'm having here is that we will get separated. Or could get separated. So
Yes,
it's entirely
but who
possible
says
that you
that
will
you
all
will
be on
meet the
your
Lord
own.
again?
I mean, we stuck together.
No one, which is why I don't want a
Someone
bunch of people
could.
going in and getting separated and suffering mental trauma when it was for nothing.
In my defense,
you
I just
take
fought off an
people who
entire
can't
unit of
handle
Royal
it.
Guardsmen the other day. I believe I will be fine if I am separated.
Royal Guards.
Long story. I will inform you later.
Suffer mental trauma. Take some
Understood.
people that you know can
Mr.
stick
Howard,
with you.
is it? It's best not to underestimate
Damien, I
our
feel like you
opponents.
should
Those guards
choose
I'm not
if you
underestimating.
want to take people, someone who can mentally handle
Those
this, because
guards
most
were
of the
the
people,
most
again, did
elite
not come
of
out
my
okay.
realm. It is long, long.
Maybe
just
the more
one later when
construct-based
a
people would be
less
of
pressing
use.
situation.
Synthetics can't
This
be.
is,
I simply
this
wish
is
to
just
survive
supposed to be a
wherever I
quick
can.
in and out. I don't
Anywhere-
get answers, whatever. If I get answers, great. I don't want to take a bunch of people in there.
More people can protect others. Yes,
As
you
of
have
now,
the chance
it
to
seems
get
everyone has a
separated,
priority,
but
so I will allow that to remain
What
priority.
if we bind ourselves together?
Before, there's the chance.
Understood.
There's the chance that you could be in by yourself, or you could be in with a group of 4. I'd say your best bet is to take 3 other people with you. Because then
Those
you
only
have
one
the
or two
chance
people.
for
Direction, if
people
that's what
splitting
you're
into 2
concerned
and
about.
2, or 1 and 3. Either way, you'd have at least 2 people going in, and at least 2 chances to get answers.
Will you be doing, Miss Louisa?
I'm willing to be one of
Alright.
those people.
I am
Those
as
of
well.
you that are able, that think you can go, line up there. Those of you who don't think you can go,
I'm able to
go over
scan
there.
the dagger. It appears to be every time I am.
Our line is clumped.
way?
I'm getting at the very back.
It appears we are very unable to make a line here.
Why are we making a line? What is this?
The people who feel they can mentally handle the answers.
Wanting to just take, I'm
I
wanting to
apologize.
borrow Kate's dagger.
Yeah, there's
Go to the answers alone and see if I can get something.
Why would you
I don't want
to
to
go?
do
Maybe
it.
you're wanting us to
Because
find
he
the
gets
line.
it.
And I don't care.
Because the Lord doesn't.
That is true.
As have I.
Know what to expect. Well, maybe he should give us some fucking straight answers, and we wouldn't have to do this.
Wait, that's not nice.
Where's this
I'm not in the mood, Koi Koi.
Oh shit, I'm not in the mood. By the gods.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Look, we can get.
Miss Kate?
We can get back onto
Too
this
many
point
people
later.
are
Let's just
talking.
get on back around so I can discuss
Seems
our
you have quite
everything with.
Never mind. I
Think
can't.
only for themselves.
We're not. I don't even think I'm gonna bother with this right now.
Too many
Get out of line. Come back over here.
We can go
Please
back
do
at a
that,
later
yes.
time.
Yes, too many people thinking that they're the head chef.
Mr. Lancelot?
I am the head chef. Who said that?
You might need to check.
I believe there's an expression, Scaly. Nobody is questioning your cooking.
Make me food.
Scaly does make food.
I said he makes good food.
Everybody, please be quiet.
She went
We're talking about
outside.
Important things. Thank you.
Oh.
There's
everyone.
something we still haven't done as we began this, and that is to elect the Sphinx.
Oh, we are about to discuss things of this nature, Celine. Please allow me to discuss it. Alright. Okay. So, I don't know how many of you have read the race comms. I know a lot of you, some of you might not have access to the pads at the moment. Unfortunately, Celestine's not here, unless there's any pads around here. Anyway, I discussed
We should have her bring a
methods
box of data pads.
Good idea. I've discussed methods of better organizing us. If you wish to look at a diagram, I'd advise you to scroll up on your pad until you see a sort of white image.
That was quite
Give you
a
a few
while
minutes,
ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, let's just keep scrolling up till you find it.
In the comms. Maybe we should ask Celestine to pin that.
Good idea. It would be a good idea.
Cough, cough, dragon, pin it.
Sorry, scroll up on
What
what?
about the people who don't have access?
The white image that was posted on the 15th of the 6th that discusses organizational structure by myself.
I have found it. I can attempt to pin it if it will allow me.
You can look at my
It
screen.
will not
if
allow
you
me.
want.
I'm still very bad at using these data pads.
Alternatively,
It's okay,
yes,
Koi
if you
Koi.
can look at someone else's screen, I suppose, if you don't have one of your own.
I'll teach you that later.
Okay. So, if you'll cast your eyes upon the appropriate image, essentially, what normally happens is we divide up into two groups anyway. This is a subsection of each of those two individual groups. Usually each group is about 8 to 10 people, I think it is. Anyway, so think of this as a group of 8 to 10, the collective in this image. When you go on a mission to a place, we divide the groups, well, the total number of people in two. You have a main team leader who's going to be coordinating the main objective and focusing on what you actually need to do. And then the two group leaders who will be organizing everyone, well, beneath that. Essentially, the purpose of this is to ensure the team leader does not have to focus on corralling everyone and trying to achieve what they need to achieve at the same time, which is quite an issue. Normally, we wouldn't need to subdivide this much, but I do recognize that many of you do not have formal team training and organizational skills, so we're dividing it to make it a bit easier on everyone and ensure we can stay on task.
What happens if the groups start fighting, though? Like if Team A and Team B start fighting.
It's the job of the leader to keep them in line.
I mean, if the leaders start fighting.
Well, then
Don't worry about that
The
one.
new leaders need to be appointed.
The point we
Yes.
have the team leader is to tell the two beneath them what to do. They shouldn't need to talk amongst each other on what's happening, because it goes up the pyramid, so to speak.
We're having a leader and two
It's a command
sub-leaders,
structure.
basically.
Yeah.
If the
Trust me, if
sub-leaders
they
fight
start
for whatever reason,
arguing,
it's up to the main leader
it'll be
to
stopped
divvy it
really
out.
quick.
But that's worst case scenarios.
We have the leader, two commanders, I believe is the term, and then everyone else beneath them.
Exactly.
Miss Kate has something to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything to say because I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Then why'd you walk
Bring
up?
it up at least. Get other people
Dennis, you got
input.
something to say?
They were dragged. Did you not witness them be dragged?
I want to try to reconnect the dagger to the Lord,
There's
but
that guy. They can like lock
no
themselves
one
in
has
the
any
ground.
idea how to do that, so what's the point?
We'll think about that.
Let's try asking it nicely.
Wait, is
Alright, alright,
Asking nicely may work.
No, it's part of him, or at least it used to be.
so? Doesn't that mean there's at least some type of soul portion of it?
Residual soul.
It's not connected anymore.
Can we get back to the whole voting
Yes.
leaders?
Organization, yes. Does anyone have any input they'd like to provide?
Could still take a look. She's able to even locate
Later.
things that were recently.
We're switching topics at the moment, Hermes.
Yes, let's drag ourselves back to the original topic here. Drag ourselves back.
We'll figure
Does
it out
anyone have
later.
any inputs? Because this is very important we get this right.
Are you
It's very,
relatively
very
organized
important.
yourself?
Yes.
No.
I like to think so. I'm pretty sure of how we
Then,
organize.
my opinion, I believe they should be the main leader. If they can organize us all and get us to listen, and keep us focused on a main task, I believe that they should be a leader.
I'm in favor.
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 I am
Okay.
better at following orders.
Alright, so
No comment. I
obviously there
suppose.
may be instances where we might not have enough people to have two main groups, two groups of 8 to 10 people, in which case we might need to create a proverbial group C with less people in for a more specialist role, but that's more of a situational thing. I will also be providing each group leader with a handheld radio, so if we get separated we can communicate better. I will inform the appropriate people of the channel they need to be in for that.
Wanna give
Once
a
I'm
radio
done.
to everyone?
And I may need to explain what a radio is to some people. I'll set it up for those who need that.
It's a box you talk
Um,
into, and other people with the same box on the same frequency can hear you. And you can talk
that's
back.
really
Exactly.
cool. So it's
Yeah.
just the basics communication system.
It's
Got
a
it.
sending
Yeah.
stone, essentially, but
We
technological
don't
in
need
nature.
more than that. We don't need.
And a
Hopefully none of
We
the
don't
things
need
you want on your
everything
back.
already. No, this is okay. So the priority is me getting orders for everyone else. That's why I've got this one. Everyone else is going to have a handheld one. Sorry, the two other people are going to have handheld ones.
Louise,
Yes, Scaly.
I think everyone should have a radio, and everyone goes on a frequency of the group leader. And the group leaders have a direct connection to all of their substituents, followers, whatever, and they have another line straight to the main team leader. That way, everyone can get directions, everyone can know what the plan is, and everyone doesn't have to keep talking back
Okay.
and forth, and we don't have to do.
Well, that would be too
telephone.
much of a hassle to create, at least at the moment.
Okay.
It's also assumed they have enough radios to do that.
I can see why you
Sherman
can do
does.
earlier, Scaly, and I think I can reasonably explain why that can't work. You'll overwhelm the communications. You just want the priority of leader talking to two underneath. If something happens to a group leader, so I'm going to say this, group leader should designate a second. If they're incapacitated, then the second can take over, take the radio, and get on to command. Okay.
Well, if you're gonna be our leader, I feel like you should be the one to elect the secondary leaders.
That's true. Alright, so as a
Louisa, I
point
would
of
like to nominate her for one of the leader positions if we could.
I think Ari would be good.
I actually recommend myself.
Alright, question.
Yeah, you said you were already drunk.
Okay, so before I say anything, I'll just ask this question and we can all raise hands or make noises if your arms are tired. Okay, who has experience leading a team to this sort of the way I'm describing doing it, not just being a leader and telling people where to go. The way I'm describing it. Please raise your hand.
I have.
I'd like to try.
You can raise my hand technically, but I have to jump. I'm on desktop.
Sorry.
Very animated.
I understand you're not raising your hand.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm too subby to be a leader.
Raise your hand.
I can give you my credentials if you want.
You can't force them. They don't want to lead.
And I don't have all the contacts a lot of other people have just yet.
But they
It's a big responsibility leading a group.
Position again if you need.
I mean, I've had a leader like this
Depends.
position that
The main part of this is, if you are going to take this position, you just need to be able to listen to me, melee, and listen well, and make sure I get information, because communicating information about what's going on, of course, is very important. What situation you're in, and then we can act accordingly.
I can do that. I did a whole mission when I just jobbed on the radio.
Scholar, we understand you're volunteering.
Yes.
Alright.
I volunteer as tribute.
So,
I eat the tribute.
Very confused.
if you feel you have the necessary experience, please come stand next to the fireplace. If not, just go stand over there.
I have a question.
Military experience.
I will count on that.
And awkwardly enough, I do.
I'll,
scary.
I don't know this
Well,
room too well.
if you give me the opportunity, I'll go again. So I'll stand here.
You're smart.
I'm capable
Hi.
of taking
Hi.
knowledge.
Scooch.
I shall wrap around the
You mean
table.
Scooch? Scooch where?
You go right in front of me. Go over here.
Come right over here.
Understood.
I'm wrapping around the table.
Alright. Okay, this is not working out well. Okay, if you're not volunteering, please go over there. Because it's kind of just twisted into an awkward circle now. Alright.
Well, if you want to make it easier, then just get everybody who's not volunteering over there and everybody who is in this corner.
Fair, you wanna be a leader?
Why not just do...
I know experience.
Why not just do
I can
you?
teach others.
Listen, to make it just simple and easy, why not just make it you, Damien, and Clink?
I need to consider everyone's experience. I want to make sure I get the best people.
Alright.
Okay, so some of you are willing to try, some of you have concrete experience.
They're alive and you're beating people. With the wrong people.
I
I'm
mean,
going
I
to
do have military experience, but it's not to the levels of big stuff. Yeah,
Okay,
not
what
in comparison to
have you learned?
weapons.
He's still alive.
Well, yeah, I mean, my hometown was involved in a
Should
lot
we
of
put
civil
them back
war,
in the environment?
actually.
Oh wait, I should probably answer. Okay, so what level of technological
Understood.
development does your home have?
Just general, not too modern, or compared to the standards of what some homes are here. We had the basics.
Okay. So,
excuse me.
Looking at the people I have in front of me here, I am inclined to have a more military individual as one of them. Apologies. What is your name?
My name is Graham, my friend.
Hi, Graham.
Oh, I didn't recognize you when the
Sorry.
the armor.
Yes.
Hello, Graham.
I like being equipped now. Yes. Hello.
Very good. Very good. I'm inclined to have you as one of them.
Well, you want military experience? There's Graham, me, and I think Ari.
Ari leads mercenaries.
Not military.
To
I have
be
military
fair,
training.
we judge it just on military experience.
When did you get military
Is that bad
training?
to admit, but I
I
used
used
to
to be a
man
I've been living with Shop for 5 months now.
Mr. Dennis.
Nope.
Oh, I didn't know you
Down to the next people.
May I
I'm
make a
looking at you.
suggestion?
Yeah, she's
I heard
really
one.
good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring that up.
She's a
later.
veteran.
I'd like to bring up.
Are you putting yourself in a
factor of-
position to volunteer?
7 years.
I'll help out. That's why I'm here.
Alright.
If you need me to lead until you have more confidence in the others, while I teach them, and I can do so.
However, I feel like if we
Alright, fine. I'll go with you, Athena.
If we rely
So,
on those
this
two,
Absent for far too
then
long.
we would only
the
rely
main
upon
purpose of
those
this is to
two,
get everyone
even
used to
if
the
they're not
system.
here.
Then we can gradually teach other people who are not as used to commanding this
Spreading apart the
system.
authority and
It's
allowing
basically
people
getting the
to
people who are
share the
more
lines.
experienced used to it first. That's
Well, I
the
mean,
point of
what's
that.
to get used to? We follow your orders, and anything that happens, we let you know.
I thought the leader.
Sometimes they're not available, and you have to make a decision in a moment.
You have to have your own
Well,
brain.
that depends on the squad who's
Yes,
going
there's
to do
proposing
what.
a system and there's putting into
Correct,
practice.
we're
We need to
having
work
more
on
than
that
one
putting into
objective.
practice part before we start assigning different people.
Yes. May I also say, and well, take into account of the
Okay.
Might I
party size,
suggest
that many
then,
leaders
at
would
least at
only
the
take
moment,
up a
if we
quarter
at
of
least
the
want
group's
to have a
number.
plan of people to go to the resting
That would
place
seem
and see
unnecessarily
if they
large.
can find anything
I do
different from
believe
your all's
outside
last
has more
trip.
room to debrief.
That I think it would be
That
wise
would
to have a
be-
small external group to go do that on
Understood.
their own because that doesn't require
I
much
thought this other leader's one was
oversight. The
supposed to
resting
take
place is a
command if
safe
the
place.
leader goes down.
Then why don't we all just go there, see what's up, and then split up from
Goes
there?
down the chain of those who assume it.
I mean, we should
So
probably have
second in
somebody at
commands
least
would
ready for
assume
combat in the
authority
case
if
that
the
you guys get sucked into another
Team
realm
leader
again.
one is no longer able
Yeah,
to.
that's my only worry.
Second in commands are often
They will at least
used
get they will at
and
least get
useful,
things
expressing
started.
the same information that the leader gets.
Okay,
The
can we
leader
get it
may
back on
ask
topic,
the
please?
second in command.
Yes. It's bringing it all back in.
Are very rare and only meant for large scale. Well,
Okay, thank you. Yes, it goes without saying, if we go to the resting place, for the love of God, do not touch anything that's new. Please talk to people before you touch things. That was not a good experience last time. Ah,
Sometimes you gotta touch
Okay.
things to get things done, though.
you should need to consult other people before you do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Hell,
lady
even
that
I do
did
that.
that wasn't very nice.
So, if there are any buttons pressed and we end up in a shitty desert, I'm going to personally remove your fingers and make sure you never press another button again.
What if you
Find
press
out who
that
pressed
button?
it
No.
and,
I would not just press some random ass
You would
button that's
remove your
new
own
in the
fingers.
phase.
Sure.
No, I wouldn't do something stupid like that.
She wasn't the one that pressed the button. Sapphire was the only
Even
one
though
who
you
stuck
stuck a
the
sword
button.
into
It
a
was
pile
someone
of glue
else
that
who
blew
pressed
up.
it. So please refrain from making
I-
comments in my presence.
Everyone shut up and listen to the leader.
I didn't name any names.
Damien.
Okay, everyone's just shut. Let's just
Infighting.
bring it back
Person
down.
that doesn't
Simmer.
belong here.
Yes. Please. We.
I did.
Okay,
oh
let me
my
just.
god, that person's dumb. I can't believe it.
Damien.
Interesting.
Damien.
Stop.
It's alright.
Whack.
All right. Okay. So I'm scanning our number. Okay, we might
I believe
actually
there's
have
two
enough
outside as
people
well.
to. Okay, we might actually have enough people to have 2 teams, collective teams of 10.
Don't forget the two outside.
So there's 22
I'm
then.
scared, don't worry. So that means we might actually need, if we're going to effectively use the structure, we might actually need a whole second of a team.
Speaking of
Alright.
fingers, how's yours healing up, Scaly?
Sarah, please.
What? I'm just concerned, my friend.
Well, we're talking. They're trying to talk.
I know you're concerned, but there's something really more important
Thank
going
you, I
on right
really
now.
appreciate your concern.
Okay, right. So, okay, actually, let me divide 20 by 3. Can we do it that way?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it that way. Sure.
776.
Wait, what?
8 with 2 left over.
I think we could just, because we
9,
might not
9
have.
each.
We can make it uneven.
Yeah.
So there was
yeah,
22
Don't
of
worry,
us.
we can have an odd. We can have a team with an odd number. It's fine. Okay, in that case, we will need a third group leader as Group C. Scholar.
He's drunk.
Yeah, he is kind of drunk right now. You literally said it earlier.
I need his
I
fiance.
said I am drunk, and then I took a nap. My metabolism is fast. I am not drunk.
You said
When
said
did you
were
take a
drunk
nap?
in that chair?
I took a nap.
Well, he was
Continue.
talking.
I mean, I'll be
That's
filling up the
disrespectful.
leader role pretty well. The alcoholic leader, you know.
You took a nap while we were breaking it down, explaining what's going on.
Would you all just stop? Would you all just
He
stop,
has
please?
chosen the
and
three
just let him
leaders.
talk?
Who are we to exactly question that?
I can't.
I'm
If he
only
sees
questioning the
information,
person that was drunk.
Why? Why are you continuing with it? Just stop and let him talk.
All right. Yes, thank you. All right. So now it's just a matter of dividing into 3 groups. All right. So the 3 group leaders, can you please go stand roughly by that door, please?
Everyone else,
Might
come
be
over
easier if
here.
we did this
Come over
outside.
here.
Me? Oh.
Yes. Actually, yes. You know what? Let's do it outside.
realised
There's
that was
much more space.
Yes.
That is a brilliant idea.
I'm about to just go to the answers on my own. I want to
Hey, you're
smash my
gonna
head into
die.
a wall.
So where they going?
Sweater.
I
got my
have
It appears we have company.
I haven't asked you. What is your name?
Did you guys come to a conclusion?
Drake.
No. but
Short
we have
answer?
3
No,
leaders and
not
we're
really.
trying to split in between the 3.
No, we
Where is
already
he
have a
going?
leader.
The walking in circles had begun to tire my head, so I had stepped outside to get some fresh air.
Yes, colorful one.
Yes.
Go up there,
We're dividing
please.
everyone into groups out
Pleasure
here.
to meet you, Drake. And I apologize
the-
for not asking for your name. You know mine, but I don't know yours.
That is
Come
fine.
on.
Yeah,
Avita.
Come on, come on.
Same.
All right. So
Makes you feel better.
Everybody, make
the
a
3 of
line
you
over here. Come here.
try to get a
I
mixed group.
understand your anger in this
Be it
situation.
magic folk,
Make a line.
normal melee individuals, or otherwise.
I don't know who is
I
what.
will.
I know that one in armor.
All right.
The best to represent.
The rest I have never seen in combat.
Some random person
All right.
that I've never met before.
If you're curious about anyone,
It's okay.
you can ask them before you pick them.
Make a line in front of this mountain so it's easier for them.
We can divide having
We're
magical
we're right here.
warriors
What are they doing?
or the range support. We can divide them up so we can get a general idea.
If they want to be out of the loop, let them be.
Yes,
out of
if
the
they separate into groups specific to what their abilities can do, we can pick and choose from them.
Well,
Alright.
then Koi Koi will be complicated because she's an Eldritch, so...
Hey, first. Okay, so as my first
loop. We wasted about an hour.
question of your capabilities, I shall leave this first part to you.
To be fair, there's a lot of interjections happening.
Alright then.
Well, the 3 of
Right.
you.
I actually have part of my group already picked out.
I believe now that we are outside.
Now you can start.
Right.
Yes, go straight ahead then.
Thank you.
Alright.
Apologies if I cut you off.
Ari, Mr. Clink. You're with me.
How many are we picking?
Let's see here. I got melee and
Yeah,
with range with Ari.
Scholar.
Clink, magic.
Shall I do one at a time each, so we don't accidentally get odd numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not
Sorry.
make the best people on one team.
Yeah, think about
Yeah,
when I
that
was a
would be
kid. There was
very
something called dodgeball. Think of it
I
like
stand by
that,
you.
choosing one person
Yeah,
at a
I
time.
love dodgeball.
Yeah, why not? Come on.
I do not know what we speak of.
This is dodgeball
Alright,
over again.
next up, you with the gun.
I have no objection.
Premeditated violence.
Yes, I know.
Choose a person one at a time.
Yes. You.
You have to be more specific or go front to them.
Everyone was already silent.
Go up to them.
Yes. You. You come with me. You have Ares' knowledge. You're with me.
Understood.
I'll be embarrassed.
Thank you, Graham.
Of course.
I have fought with you,
I'm
so
not
you're
one to
coming
play
with me.
favorites.
It was always Velasquez and dodgeball.
Alright. Mr. Clink, get up here.
I never got to play dodgeball.
Alright then.
You feeling better?
Elric.
Oh, that
Hey, what's up?
Bobs in both of my elbows. Oh.
Are you okay?
Just a
Should
little
roll
cold.
tight.
I've been in a jacket.
You're with the staff. You're a mage, right?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, I am a mage. My legs are definitely moving.
All right.
Your name, if I may.
Pardon? Excuse me.
My name is Kara. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Mathena.
Her name's Penny.
Penny.
Hope that
Also, if you have not
we've many travels
my name is
together.
Hermes. I am Ares' person. But make sure he's okay.
I've heard. I made a joke about an STD earlier at your expense. I'm sorry.
You are fine. I am not offended.
Alright.
No idea.
Can I talk to my fellow leaders real quick?
Yes, of course. We're here.
Okay, so apparently I have grabbed a package deal with my recent pick.
Oh?
You mean you want Lancelot as well?
The girl?
Yes.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yes, apparently
No, the girl has.
Lancelot over there was ordered to stay close to her. So
That's fine.
Where the fuck even is the person?
Sorry, mates. Kind of locked you into not picking Lancelot.
Sapphire.
I don't know why
It's
Penny
fine.
is here.
They must be together then. I'm not one to judge.
She didn't want to come today.
Shall we pick two each then?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, just pick two.
Just pick two now.
Sorry.
Yeah, just for this time.
Well, me and... Continue, sorry.
It's not getting anything done. Why do we keep hitting around?
Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam.
Yes, get over here, boy.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Where did this piece of furniture come from? I did not remember this being here.
I'm talking to the second person now, yes? Is that what we're
Yes.
on?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright then.
Oh shit.
Clover.
It is quite comfortable.
Yes.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Vera.
Looks like you're stuck
Right,
with me.
Fina?
That's not what I'm concerned about.
Thank
I'm
you.
concerned about what's on the couch.
Would you like me to scoot over?
Hmm.
I don't know if I want to sit. Oh, that's better. I think that's better.
Damien.
Scaly. Please. You're humming really loud.
Alright, Scholar.
Graham, I believe since
Oh.
Yes.
together,
I
you
thought
should
we were
split
going
up.
this circle.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You were
Have you
both
guys picked your
One
two?
more.
Yes.
Yes, I
Guys
have
picked
two.
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Yes, I picked two, yes.
You know what? Let's mix this back up. Let's go for a wild card. Koi, get up here.
Yes, you had a suggestion, my friend?
I believe we should pick Draken, as we are lacking in melee combatants.
Graham.
I know, I was
That's
actually just
right.
getting to that, my friend. Yes. You, Dark Fellow.
Be honored to be of assistance. Hope you lead from a place of strength. Hello.
I'll try my best, my friend.
You're in
Try
armor.
to get in the back so I not block anybody's view.
Okay.
Yes.
I suppose you're choosing me then.
Yes.
Very well. And my name is Griffin, by the way.
Namathena.
Pleasure.
Alright, that's my turn again. Scaly.
Yeah, what up?
Alright then. Yes.
Scholar, may I
Dennis?
have a suggestion?
Next time, maybe pick
Yes.
her next.
Celine.
Purple hair. Oh, purple.
So I better recommend Celine since she's able to heal people.
Support. I'd hope so.
My turn again? Okay, purple.
Rooney.
I nicknamed her Purple.
Oh.
Alright, then.
I
That's two
believe
choices then.
You only have one. I believe you have one
This is
answer.
Well,
Choose the
There are two of them.
there's two of them.
And choose the
Oh.
character.
I did not see this kid. I apologize.
Oh, actually, I was gonna recommend Miss Kate because I think you have an affinity with this young one over here, Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam.
That means you're with us.
Hi, Sam.
Kate's pretty cool.
Welcome to the team.
What's up, Kate?
Alright. So, group leaders, come here a sec.
Sorry.
Seems the team has been
Little minutes, Scholar.
Yes.
Alright. Brilliant. So, we've got all the groups organised. I will now hand you. Oh, goodness. I'm just going to grab the radios 1 second. I recommend you just separate the groups out a bit. They're a bit of a blob at the moment. We're back in.
My group.
Alright, start splitting up.
Come down, so we split up.
Melee, and then a bunch of magic. You seem to be able to do both.
You can't see it, but she'll summon psychic claws on her hands. And then daggers will float around her.
I hear you.
I think we have a good
I can do
balance.
rage, but
We need to.
So,
Get away from the other.
have a blast.
Why don't we?
Let us step away.
I just met Hermes, but he's basically
Too much
memory
speaking.
berries, and I don't know.
That's what I mean. Move away a bit.
alright.
Perfect. This is much better.
I don't think she meant to.
Alright, time for proper introductions, yes?
No, not that far. Just so that we don't speak over each other.
Yes.
He doesn't dislike you.
I know.
It's just
Here's fine, my friend.
easy to engage. It's nothing against you.
We're just saying like
Yes, we're
first
far.
we didn't hear anybody else.
Doesn't matter if we hear
away
them,
from the
as long as we
groups,
can't-
so.
as long as we
Athena.
can hear each other.
Right.
Yes.
Have you used the radio before?
Kate, Elric, Sam,
No.
Clover, Hermes, Dennis, and
Alright. So,
Drake. Drake.
here it is.
Yes.
You've got to press the button on the side when you want to talk, or you can press the one below it to just have it on constantly. You'll by default hear things. Don't know if they sort of whole, but you might just put these headphones in your ears. Well, in one ear at least. It might make you hear it.
I sadly
And you can
cannot.
just clip it anywhere on your. Alright, you can have it out loud then, it's fine. You just gotta put it somewhere on you. It's already on the right channel, and I think if you stare at it really hard, you'll find a channel that I'm in, and you should definitely go into that.
Please tell me exactly what you can do specific to the details. It's best to know exactly what we can do to work in a team setup.
But as they said, that's something.
It's best to know our capabilities, it's best to know our flaws so we can fill the holes.
I highly doubt we're going to.
Now then?
So we should start.
I'll be... Yes. Okay.
Entirely too much time standing. Doing nothing.
It is a reference to.
Why don't you tell me something about yourself then? So I know what your capabilities are.
We should likely circle up a bit.
I burn things pretty good.
I know that, you burned my brother.
However, a lot of the things we deal with tend to say fuck you to fire, so usually my kit pretty much expends its usefulness of fire, and once things don't get affected by fire, well, I have a sword. And that's just about it.
If you think that always hitting the target with fire is the best solution, sometimes wrong. Make sure you look at the surroundings and set something else on fire.
Oh, yeah, you could drop a tree on top of somebody and then set it on fire.
Deserve that.
I'm not really allowed to do that.
Oh, right.
Why not?
Those buildings?
I mean, maybe other woods? I'm not entirely sure how far the, part of the wild hunt. And we're kind of supposed to protect the woods or the forest. I think it's just the Feywilds, but like I haven't really asked the full extent of it. But even so, I'm not just
We're
gonna.
not really starting a forest fire now, are we?
You're just blowing one
Fire
tree up.
spreads rather easily.
But as I think,
Fires are rather easy to spark.
What if we made fire
well,
bombs?
what we should do, like, maybe is a Tusher blast from
Set
fire.
them on fire and then they go boom.
I mean, I also have
That's what you can do.
Soul Sight, Soul Sense, Demon Sense, Heat Sense, and Minor Magic Sense.
Understood.
I also know Mage Hand, and I can use Black Fire, I can use Hellfire. I do a lot of fire things.
Athena, come find me when you've finished discussing what you can all do.
Understood.
Have we found out what we're doing?
Unsure yet.
Wait, what are we?
I believe we are attempting to get to know one another.
I need to know what your capabilities are, so I know what I have on hand.
I have a toot-toot.
I have a...
Yeah, you have a hunting horn, I see that.
I've never seen you use the Toot Toot. Other than hitting people with it.
I've actually used it to deafen people temporarily. I actually used it while we were wandering around in Dobby's world. It was really effective.
No shatter.
It was pretty loud.
If I may have your attention.
Probably learn.
I saw that you had those claws.
Ah, the psionic claws? Just summon them again? Yes. I'm really good at penetrating things. I can also summon daggers that, when I throw them, they will explode in a small radius, so I cannot use them against someone who's in melee combat.
Normally you don't. Next one.
I also eat things and get a little bit stronger when I do, and learn their knowledge if they have any.
Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Celine.
Yes, I am a druid, so I do know nature-based magics. I can also do some healing through nature's life essence, and I can also wild shape into different animals that I'm familiar with, and also I am able to wild shape myself into the following elementals, which is wind, earth, and water.
Do you even remember what
Interesting. You have quite the arsenal. Next one, Karu, was it?
Yes, that is correct. I believe I should inform you all now that I myself am also what they referred to earlier as a package deal. My hat is a mimic. As I say that, a giant tongue reaches out the front and sweeps across the front, just revealing that he is in fact a mimic. And within my staff resides Karakessa, a greater fae. Everyone here would hear a, "Hello, my name is Karakessa, pleasure to make your acquaintance," in a female voice at the back of their head.
Hi, Karakessa.
As for
It's good to
myself,
see you again.
As for myself, I am incredibly specialized in lightning magics and all things electric. Not technologically adept, but I understand how electricity flows and can see it, if that makes any sense.
And if we find all we can then move on somewhere else.
I do not know much of magic or technology. But if we have some technological...
People I've eaten.
I am very inept when it comes to technological endeavors, but I can see electricity. That helps.
I was just saying, I've learned a lot of that from people I've eaten.
Interesting. I don't think we have that many technological people here. I'm learning technology myself.
Am I the only one?
I know absolutely nothing of it. I can barely operate my datapad as is. Hence why I tend to opt for sending technologies, sending magic technologies.
Put it this way, I would never put someone as a group leader who I didn't some degree of
Vera.
training and haven't been here at least once.
Well,
I know that you use the hunting horn.
I have access to a lot of summons. And a few emergency ones if things get really bad.
She rummages through her bag a bit and pulls out the, tablet that has the, silver clover summoning ritual as well as the Necronomicon.
I can't use this one yet, but apparently you can summon demons. And then I have these two.
She pulls out the Book of Horrors and the Book of Wonders, the, 2 books on her back. I'm just not taking them out because she's holding both at the same time and they don't work at the same time.
Group leaders are appointed in anything I've ever
These can
before.
summon, small fae and small, aberrations respectively. 3 that I can have from each are a Flump, a Duergar, a Demon Ray, though apparently I've been known to summon a bunch of Demon Rays if I get really stressed. And then on the face side I can summon a Pixie, an Mirage, and a Blink Dog. That's how I get around.
I don't know what half of those things are, but I'll leave it up to you to figure out what we need.
Demon Ray, Manta Ray, it's got spiky speed, Duergar, Dwarf, Dwarf friend I usually have around. Flump, basically a weird psionic, alarm system, essentially. They're really helpful in the Underdark.
This is the first time. Whenever we do this in the future.
An Mirage is a tiny bunny with a horn, and then a Blink Dog is a dog that can teleport.
This is the first time it's more clear, right? You know,
That sounds useful.
What they say.
It is, except that most of the time we have no clue where we're going.
This is going to be our foundation for doing well in the future.
2 of you. Any hidden things? I've seen you fight, and I know you have power in the weapon.
I am a paladin. And I hail from the distant land. I have some healing abilities, as well as some ranged abilities, but most of the time, I prefer melee combat.
We have a lot of people that can do... We would need a tank, and someone who can hold the front.
I can take a hit as well.
May I request that I not be positioned behind them? I know it is a rather counterintuitive sounding statement, but wielding lightning, metal tends to attract it, and both of you are clad in it. And I do not wish to accidentally
Travel
smite
through
you.
me and not harm me.
It depends on the type of lightning I wield, I assure you. Typical lightning, yes. But the more magically inclined ones may char you on the inside. And I do not wish to do that.
Mentioned it could be true sight,
Very well.
which Ari has true sight. So if we want to
Anyone else have anything else to say before I'm begin, I guess?
Go for it, sir.
Wonderful. Well, as stated earlier, I am Griffin. I believe the word would be I am a sort of marshal when it comes to weapons. I can change my fighting style into whatever I need to in the moment. I'm not very versed in magic, but I can get my way around things, usually.
Get everyone used to the structure.
I'm gonna return to Athena.
And the leaders used to their jobs.
More of a hands-on approach.
Hazardous. But I don't want to throw people into the...
Understood.
I want to ease everyone into it.
Yeah. My next thing is
Did you appoint a second leader?
in the resting place.
I haven't yet, no.
And they weren't connected to anybody. If we were to hit the button with them connected to people, would that then send only the people that it
I wouldn't know who would be best. I don't know. Some of you I don't even know. Say again?
Go with your gut. Gut.
Or she could just eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
I think what
That's
Vera's
not a
trying
good way to
say
choose
is
a
to
leader.
go with your intuition. Like, go with someone that, if we have someone that's a leader that is good with combat and certain skills, we should have a secondary leader that is good with other certain skills. Maybe someone with more of an expertise in magics or in survival.
I'm a warrior and a hunter, so I can take that. But I would definitely need someone of a more magical. Someone who's perceptive as well. And I think you're getting 1 vote currently, Celine.
You didn't kind of volunteer yourself by explaining.
Oh. I see. I was only giving prime examples, but...
I would say one of you two. You're very magically heavy inclined.
I believe I would be unfit. My skill set is not very well rounded.
Understood. It's important for people to know them limits too. What about you, Celine?
Well, I'm very adept in magics. I do know a little bit of the arcane, but I mostly know more about nature magics. But I also do, in case there's anything in Sylvan and Fae, I do know a little bit of that, just in case.
I would think your perceptions are high, because you're in tune to nature.
Yes, I would say so.
Then I would say, I'd pick you a second then.
Okay then.
I will need someone to watch from the back. I can't pick one who is in the front of the face of the enemy. That's what I am. I need someone to see behind me.
I will help, as I am also extremely perceptive.
Of course. Everyone needs to.
Smelling.
Say
We're a
again?
team. We can all contribute equally.
I have good hearing and smelling.
We've been eating all of it.
Weaknesses. We must figure out which ones complement each other.
Who the hell is that?
Who?
Oral crash.
But I do not know who they are.
Yeah, big
I should not be looking that way. That's dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was almost yoinked from this plane of
There's nothing
I was almost
wrong
yoinked from this
with
plane of existence. No, that way. That way almost yoinked me from this plane of existence.
That way either. I'm going to look this way for safety reasons.
Whichever one of you
Netflix
is
must be targeting you.
sandals, take them off. You're killing us.
It was Koi. That weird red person. That was Koi.
I didn't hear what you said.
Ah,
That
okay.
Koi Koi?
that is unsurprising.
I was asking, have you figured out where we two headed?
Actually doing something.
No, I'm going to be doing now.
Yes.
Other than beating me with an orca.
Oh, hey.
What?
You're supposed to go me.
Hey, I was about to tell you. Okay, so because this is our first time doing this, we're probably going to head to the resting place. It's more of a test to make sure everyone knows how to operate in the team properly. I think in a slightly less hazardous environment, it's a good idea to do that.
Oh, like
Secondly, have you designated a second?
I have.
Should anything happen to you?
Similar?
Oh, it's really bad.
Brilliant.
Maybe half the size of
Okay,
this wall.
I recommend...
It could fit within this lake, but it would
Alright,
be very comfortable.
there's anything else to say?
whoa, that's quite big.
I was studying really hard, but I didn't find the place you wanted me to go on the
You
thing.
know what a seal is, right?
A what?
A what?
Also,
A seal.
to make sure you're on the right track.
Seal?
Get in, Heat 11!
Hey, Harrison.
Howdy. Why is it three?
It's a fish that eats people about
Oh,
the size.
greetings,
We're all
Harrison.
gonna gather in the
Can
resting
you hear me,
place.
Athena?
I don't know why there's three. I think
I'm very unsure myself.
Dangerous fish.
this could go badly.
Emmy's got to click the
Maybe.
button.
I'm afraid this might fall apart.
Yes, I am here.
I was testing for Athena.
No.
Need to see if they
I
can
believe as
get
now
on.
Louisa is going to be our Overwatch?
It's going to be the team leader with 3 group leaders.
Yeah.
Oh.
Doctor, I gotta go for 20 minutes. I gotta go take a shower. I'll be back.
Okay, bye for cosmic reasons. Alright, so... So y'all actually are making the system of hierarchy. Fantastic. Alrighty then.
I was called in to
I
help
believe
them
that this will
practice
be...
too. Didn't think I was actually going to lead.
I believe command structure is useful, though I am not sure if orchestrating it this way will be of any use. I suppose only time will tell, but...
If you doubt it, it's
We've
gonna
spent about...
Stay honest.
We're getting like close
an
to
hour and
2
a half.
hours of sitting here and doing fucking nothing. I'm about to just go to the answers myself.
But isn't that what that
Again,
be
I will
unsafe?
accompany you if you require assistance.
I honestly don't care.
That's the thing. Is
I need answers, and I need to get...
I think that if what you say is true, and there's a chance that a group will be split up, one person is enough.
Yes. I mean, sure, there's a chance we won't get split up, but that's not a chance I want to make, especially if it's as bad as it was last time. No one should do that alone.
Just go... But isn't there the chance if you go into there and you're just gonna get the same answer? Or no answer at all?
Okay, so, again, if I get the same answer or no answer, at least I was the only one there. If I don't really know what I'm...
You plan to...
I mean, I figured that I figured my reasoning was obvious,
Yes.
but that is not correct.
We're gathering the team leaders.
No, it is.
Understood.
Yes, after Louisa finishes the
You're
conversation.
just wasting your own time trying to find... trying to go
Or
around
it won't be a
circles.
waste of time. We don't know, but right now we're wasting time standing here.
So then, what is each group gonna be doing?
I'm not gonna unfucking
Because we're going somewhere that's a bit safer at the moment, I'm going to be designating them a part of the place we're going, and they can both all look, and when we've done that, we can separate a bit more broadly.
Lancelot, can you go back to the team, please? I don't suppose you're meant to be here.
Anyway, apologies, I must now speak with my group leaders. I will get back to you in a few moments.
Understood. My goodness.
Alright, you free us to get there.
Ares has replied. He
For
said
the
thank you,
same
both of you.
answer.
He said he'll... You don't know.
So I have possibility I will lose one of my people. They seem to be rather keen to go into the answers.
Damien, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, my group wants to go there as well.
At the moment, I don't think we have much to gain from going there, because from the sounds of it, it is a place that's not functioning as it should.
I can vouch for that.
It's
Need to
more like a
reiterate
horror
that.
show.
Yes, it's less place of answers, and it's more of a place of
Random.
Mm.
Yes, yes. Okay,
Yes.
so as I said to a couple of you, we are going to be going to the resting place. We're going to divide the entire location between the three groups. We're going to thoroughly study the area, make sure there's nothing that's gonna...
Right.
Well, one thing we've missed, essentially. This is just a way of making sure you can... Well, yeah, this is just a way of making sure that the teams are going to work together and listen to you all.
Right.
And get used to how it works. After that, we may go to another location. If we finish scaring the resting place, we can discuss that after. But for now, just focus on our current resting place objective.
Alright.
Does anyone have any questions?
So we were to go to the resting
I know
place,
the whole
investigate, and
rule
then...
of no fighting in the resting place, other than all bad things will happen. Well, what if something attacks us first?
You can defend yourself, I think. It's more... I think you can certainly defend yourself. As far as I'm aware. Yes, oh yes, please be sure to reiterate the rules of the resting place. Those being, you're not allowed to harm anyone, and if you take something, you must leave something in return. Be very certain to reiterate that, because bad things will happen to people who don't follow those rules.
Alright, I'll inform my team.
Yes.
Excellent. I'll allow you to go discuss the rules.
Other
and
members
once
of
you've finished,
the,
come back here.
I have members that have gone on previous Raze missions, yes, they would know that.
Yes, but it's good to just reiterate just to be sure, you know.
Oh yes, of course.
Most
I'll be sure to
most will know it.
inform
but
them
good
and
to-
I should tell the the veterans to also enforce that rule upon the newer members.
Excellent. Alright, so
Yes.
are you two back to your groups? Oh, by the way, apologies, wait. You're Group B. You are Group C. If I refer to you that on radio, it's just to save words if I need to say something quickly.
Of course.
Understood.
Alright then.
Thank you, thank you.
Nothing.
Alright, good luck to you, anything.
And just because he may not find an answer doesn't mean he does not need to go.
Okay, group members. Can I collect you all together? Except for the sleeping one. Say again?
Cold standing out here, so I built a small fire.
I literally have an affinity with fire. You could have asked me for fire, Aura.
I have lightning and wood. It was good enough.
So what are we doing, team leader?
Damien.
We're going to the resting place.
Captain Matt's thing.
Apparently this place, you're not allowed to
Yes, I did.
cause any harm to anyone. If you're getting attacked, you can't defend yourself. You take something, you need to...
I'm a very intelligent person.
So the Raze.
Sorry,
Yes.
Louisa said something.
If you take something, you have to give something in return. Unfortunately, due to some circumstances of my fault, that rule in particular has been enforced, so that if someone takes and doesn't give, the hunt will come after you, and they will not stop until you are good and dead.
Don't piss off the hunters.
Good thing I do not intend to take.
I am with you on that.
What'd you ask, Carl?
I said, good thing I do not intend to take.
Well, that all depends. The resting place tends to offer you items that you may find useful or need.
Just make sure you give something back.
Well, as of current, I have nothing to exchange, so...
And, however, I will say that the concertina I found of Captain Matz was not offered by the resting place. It was traded out, so someone else had it.
Which way to this hunting ground? We should get going before the sun sets.
We should have been going already.
Time already.
I believe the sun has already set.
Or at least begun to.
Got it. So, just making sure, y'all know the rules of the resting place?
I just told them.
Yes.
They were just explained to us.
Yeah.
Yes. Gotcha. Just making sure. Y'all have gotten yourselves. Yes.
When you're done talking to them, I'd like to ask you some questions.
We're ready to go.
I was going to say,
Are they of, like, my personal
in the
stuff,
event you
or,
get separated and can't reach me on the radio, naturally you're in charge of your own actions, just I advise caution.
Not necessarily about the race. I just wanted you to finish.
Unlike my brother, I tend to be more cautious.
I'm just speechless that y'all have actually put together.
I very much appreciate that trait.
I respect that out of this group.
I tend to be cautious with my brother at times as well.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Of course.
I believe we all know exactly what it is supposed to mean.
None of you have died yet.
Alright, fair enough.
It typically takes Silver screaming at the top of his lungs to get anyone's attention around here, so it is nice to see that there's some structure being put in place.
Yeah.
Well,
That's very
Louisa, being as soft-spoken as she is, being able to get us all together like this, proves that Silver does not need to scream.
Well, it certainly seems to have helped him, at least until now.
Sounds like this usually what it takes for this group.
Well, if that doesn't help, well, I got Thunderclap. I can make a loud sound with that.
You can Thunderclap as well?
Please don't use that.
Let's not try and damage the hearing of the sensitive, with sensitive hearing.
Indeed.
Yes, please.
Oh, that is even worse.
Especially in close areas and in caves.
Well, we went to the answers.
Indeed.
The Lord
I will try to stay very much away.
told me.
Athena,
I am
Yes.
incredibly useless if
let's go grab your group over there.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Loud
If it's
sound.
One of you
I'm not
finished.
sure
I'm finished.
how many we've gotten in contact with.
Come on.
Physical.
There's nothing else and we're moving out.
Lightning is a crack of lightning. That is. Have
So
you
he
not
told
heard
me
lightning in the sky?
broken.
We're told to go that way.
And
I see the flash of
answers
lightning
are
before
corrupt.
I hear the thunder.
That is because it is far away.
Well,
Sound moves slower than
well, thunder is
but
the
still
noise.
loud.
Lightning is the actual bolt of plasma that comes
No,
through
I
the
don't
sky.
think so. They
Very interesting conversation, but we're moving out.
Lightning creates the
Come on, let's go.
to Astrid.
Ah,
Yep, come on, folks. Over there.
They so remember that key that goes to that place I showed you, the silver clover. The sword I found there, I just have to bind it to my soul so I can summon it and de-summon it like Autumn does.
Well, we need to assist the police officer by
You're an asset to
Identify
achieve
the man whore.
Draken.
Hey, excuse me?
Wow.
Draco.
Alright,
My
everyone.
teammate that's
Manning giant
Dennis?
cannons later.
Entrapped
Yeah.
inside
Dennis.
their own minds, yes.
It's always time for later, but now we must pay
They
attention.
need to know where we're going.
I'll just try and remember everybody's names.
I'll leave that to your team to get them up to
Well,
speed
by working
when
together and
they
being in battle,
leave
you'll
their own
eventually learn
minds
each other's
and
names when you're
return to
screwing it.
reality.
Yes, something's running at you, the gun.
Yes, Penny?
Penny's gonna reach into Sapphire's bag of holding and she's gonna hold out a candy
Kara,
to
can you go grab Damien
Sapphire
for
told
me?
me to give this to you. It's a healing candy.
He's speaking with someone. I'm unsure of their name.
Thank you.
Harrison.
Harrison.
Congratulations.
I can go attempt to grab them, but I do not wish to interrupt their
Yes,
conversation.
it's just informal gathering up, that's all.
Friends. Really? Please.
Alright, while we're waiting for the rest to get over here, please raise your hand if you have any questions that have not been answered.
I would say just give another basic rundown of what we're all about to do.
I will in a moment, thank you. Question, yes.
Considering what you said to me earlier, I'm assuming this is not something we are expecting heavy resistance on?
If we do what we should, hopefully none at all.
Not normally, but it's always a possibility.
Alright, Clover, question.
Am I allowed to bring granola bars?
What the fuck?
If you like.
That would be welcome.
Whatever the fuck you
This
want.
is a very serious question. I'm not kidding when I say
Yes,
this.
you
Can
are.
we bring
It's
granola
fine.
What
bars?
kind? If you're not talking Nature Valley, you should just leave them behind.
The s'mores ones.
Go until Harrison's scratching his head, or he thinks the kid's scratching his head.
I was scratching my head, but I have a question. Yes.
Okay, congratulations. You have a
Quiet,
question. Please,
quiet.
please ask it.
Yes.
I was told of a Titan that's apparently the constructs. What's this about? Them being Titans or deities?
That was
what we were talking
information.
Theory, not fact at the moment.
That's not fact. It was implied. I'm really the only one that was told that, and then I explained it. So whether or not it's concrete was yet to be seen, but it was implied these constructs are deities of some kind.
Alright.
What is a Titan?
In the capacity of which it's being described relating to Raze, we don't know.
Oh, great. Okay.
Big bitch.
So,
That's what you need to know.
as clueless as
Assumably
me.
big, if we give it a name.
No matter what they are.
Big bitch.
You guys are saying is
Very tall. Apparently shambles is one of the constructs as well.
Alright, so everyone.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, I'll now
I'm still
reiterate.
amazed that you didn't die when you met him.
Thank you. Okay, I was going to reiterate what we're going to do. We'll enter the resting place. We split into 3 groups. Please follow the directions of your group leader. You'll each be designated a certain part of the resting place to look at. Don't wander off. Alright? We're doing this mainly as a test of the team leading and group organization. Like I said to some of you, I don't want to throw you into the fire immediately before we've got the hang of this. After we've scoured the resting place for any changes, we can then go somewhere else if we have the time. Okay? Any further questions?
Understood.
Please raise your hands.
Any concerns?
Excellent. I guess any concerns, I guess we'll count that. Yes, Hermes.
If anyone is experiencing immeasurable amount of pain and, well, it suffers serious injury, where do we take them to seek treatment?
To the nearest cliff. That's a joke.
Yeah, that was gonna be one of my questions that like has to do with his question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we even gonna be like taking damage? Like, do we even need healers? Like,
this is
we don't know.
This is
That's the thing
this
we
is
don't
a
know.
possibility as well.
For all we know, somebody could catch their foot on a tree root and give themselves a concussion. A healer is always a necessity.
Nothing, just people asking questions that have kind of already been answered already.
That's what they make me angry.
This is getting
Okay.
Considering that
So-
I believe you also wanted the answers.
Oh yeah.
Do you take them anywhere specifically?
And it seems like every time we come here, it just takes longer and longer.
Everybody shut up. He's trying to talk again. Thank you.
Gee.
What the?
Thank you for the Navy whistle.
That means silence, not speak again.
Alright. So, we're going to head out now. Since it appears we've answered everything, we've addressed everything. And I think we're ready. I'm pretty sure we're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
I think we've been ready for the past 2 hours.
20 granola
One
bars
quick,
in my bag building.
one
You
quick,
are all welcome to have
Captain.
some.
I think I'd refer to you as Captain, leader.
I want mine now.
Many things.
I did want to
Many
decrease
things
my
are going
needs
to
to
my head
technology,
right now.
seeing
Yes,
what
I
the
just
mission
want
was.
you to know.
Where
Please
do we
follow
take? Where do we take the
Yes,
injured?
of course.
Screaming.
Excuse me. Everyone, please can you announce yourselves?
We have a couple people that can heal.
We have the
They're not going, they're going.
Knows how to heal people.
I'm kidding, they're not.
If someone is injured, probably best to treat them in the field, move them.
I just wanted to bring up the fact, actually. I forgot to mention I am actually somewhat versed in technology. I have traveled somewhat around, and I have decent knowledge. So if you need assistance with that type of thing, I can try to lend a hand.
That's good.
Go into the portal system.
We seem to be lacking mainly in technology.
I can get you there for the
Clearly.
If you could speak to him.
Yeah.
We are going like right now, so my hunter gate is probably not there.
Dude, that flavor is terrible. It went from like me being able to do this to just going.
Where the fuck did Harrison go?
Healing candy. It said die.
Yeah,
But
I
don't
grew up.
die. Dying is bad.
Thank you.
Turn to the hill there.
Some people would say it's
I survived.
it's figure. Oh,
Get
God.
ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get
Yeah,
ready,
nice.
get ready.
Die, I'll kill you.
We just
That's what
just
Zealot's
don't
are.
Run by Villa, she'll smack you on the nose.
serious.
Alright.
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say let's not all bum rush the portal so we have some sort of order, but I guess that works too.
Oh, because
Orders
there's a portal now.
entirely deemed by the
But
gods,
there are a bunch of
not
people
by
that
our
don't
own
know about the
country.
Just go
portal. Is
through, I'll go
this...
get them.
We can
They're getting picked up.
Athena?
Yes?
The portal's going to close if we do not enter.
It's fine, you can stagger it by entering one at a time. Just go in when you want to.
Is that how portals really work?
Yes, it resets every time you walk through it.
How do you know it resets?
Gamers. Yeah.
It takes a small portion of one's magical energy as a toll.
Hmm.
Are we not hanging in then?
Yeah, I'm not going to be using this that often.
We are.
But it's just good to have it there.
One. Cards up.
Suck me in, baby!
What? Oh my goodness.
What in the heavens is that even supposed to mean?
What? Dennis.
I know.
Oh gosh, it's weird seeing this place in the way it is after all these years.
Stop. I kind of want to make sure that there are no hunters just kind of waltzing around here. Give me a second.
What you mean? I'm children. Are y'all not?
It appears you as an
Hey man, we're not animals.
Yes, this rock is not mine.
Well, it's more like they're active.
Anyone part of Athena's team, can we please assemble? Over this way?
Oh, it's the loud one. It's been a while since we met.
Oh, hello. It has been quite some time.
Let me get
There's so many people now.
Yes, a tremendous amount even.
What are you all going to be doing today?
I wish I could tell you. Nobody has been very clear with me.
Is that so?
This entire... we have spent the past 2.5 hours attempting to make a structure of command for communication to be simpler, and yet I am more out of the loop than ever.
I see. Is this supposed to be groups?
You don't understand it.
Or
Yes, I believe so. Everyone is splitting off and doing their own thing.
Out of characters right there.
They point over to Penny.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you leave your radio with Celine before you went through the portal because you were a group leader?
Nope.
Okay.
That shit is still back in with her in the reality, whatever we were before.
Alright, gotcha.
I'm going to take my leave. It is nice to hear from you again.
You too. I hope you come back sometime soon.
Already.
Myself as well.
Let me get caught.
I don't know what everybody says. Things were moved
Since I
around.
trust you with that,
I have been betrayed in my choices. I don't know.
Oh no, Sapphire's not gonna be
Who
happy.
said things were moved around?
I don't flipping know.
Well, you just said somebody said that things were moved around,
Lancelot!
Who
And
was
I don't know what.
Anyway, I do know a good place to search if you guys would like to know.
Well, this was the general...
Ironic, isn't it?
And then there's
Graham, if you can hear me, please try and keep your group together. I don't have them wandering off at the moment.
Sadie's over there. He's right there.
No worries.
What happens
He
if
should
you
be
get to
sitting
be
with our...
Damien went through there.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Well, he's not a power hour group.
And then we can
I might require Lancelot's services. I'm sorry, I've almost deprived you of him for a
Alright.
moment.
Alright.
He's going to keep an eye on Penny though, still, it's fine. I assume that's the case?
Yes, I'll still be able to
Make
keep an eye.
sure Sapphire doesn't find that out.
Alright, Mr. Clinic, where do you want us to search?
And them over there.
Which way? Give me tell me about this ruined building. Ruined building?
Did you take something?
Let me go. Not go, you bitch.
Alright.
Yes.
Go.
I forget. Does that over there exist?
This is getting us nowhere.
I don't know.
Don't go that way.
Quite interesting.
That way is, I'm pretty sure, currently inaccessible, but it was once. And
I'm an AI. I assume any different things. Interesting was definitely not one I was expecting.
What's an AI?
Up the mountain.
An artificial intelligence. Something that is created from raw material and gains sentience. I guess you could say that was created life.
That sounds odd.
Well, actually, no, we've just been here for 5 fucking minutes.
Oh. Hello. Hello there.
Last time I was here,
Who might you be?
I was here on the other day, and
Let's see if I remember you.
because nobody told
Ah,
me.
there we are. Henry's record calls a foam spirit named the Sisters, if I'm correct.
Might be too late because
I
I already
don't know
left, and I'm
who
back
this
now.
one is.
Well, you didn't die, and they're not attacking us, so maybe it's this. Let's assume.
Harry's was a friend, a close friend of all that go to the Raze. I believe someone's name was Daisy or Rose.
Yes,
I'm also
I'm
under the
Daisy.
idea
And my
if you don't
sister's
stick with the
Rose.
group, you're wandering around to get yourself killed. Hello.
Hello, Daisy.
Let's follow him.
Houses, please. Street side, just stick
Big man in armor. But not the greedy one.
Oh, the group. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes, not the greedy one. Correct. This one hopefully will not do what the greedy one did.
Who's the greedy one?
His name is Elric, by the way.
I'm gonna keep a level of anonymity for who it is. They came here once, it's something really, really bad, and probably are not very welcome next time they come here.
You see him pull a rock out.
Wait.
And don't
Is
get
this
me
in
wrong.
relation to Aries at all?
No, not Aries.
Okay, no, I mean like in relation to, if you know what I'm hinting at.
Oh, no, not that. No, nothing in relation to
I
that.
was gonna
No.
be very concerned.
I'm not sure if a rock is gonna.
No, yeah, no, we're fine there.
Oh, I can see Clover's mask through you.
On your transaction.
The mask is a bit odd. I'm able to see through material.
That's
I'll be damned. It's pretty enchanted, isn't it? Nice.
Yes.
It's not really even
Who knows what kind of
enchanted.
sorcery that
Fucking
is?
rock, and I took it because it looked cool. But nobody fucking told me that I wasn't supposed to take shit. Maybe if we had better fucking communication, I wouldn't have done that.
Wait, we talked about this before we came here. We said not to fight anything, and if you take something, you lose something.
No. Last time I was here, nobody told me anything. I'm only finding out about these rules now, this time, after I've already left and come back.
They're coming for you.
Take your stupid fucking potion.
The group, is that okay?
No, that's quite alright.
What
That's
did
something I
you-
want to stress as well.
Everybody a part of this group assignment. Gather up. Something we need to discuss.
Here have taken.
Coming that way, but okay.
I'm merely sitting order. That's all.
Just swing off someone and then put it down.
No, this
Leave it be unless it harms you. Leave it be.
Leave it be.
This was last time I was here. Nobody told me anything.
Look. Just put anything in your pockets.
Hermes, gather with us.
I put the thing back. One second.
The thing is not hostile. It is
Okay, you did put something back. That's fine.
Yeah, that's why we need to stay together, buddy.
What is that?
Everybody
It
among
is
the
the
group.
security.
Something we
It's
are
security.
going to enforce here.
Perhaps I should
Yes.
deploy a defense unit.
No, not yet.
Give the
If we
hunter
show
space.
signs of aggression, it will more than likely
Don't
attack us.
touch me.
No signs of aggression, it will look
Don't
away
worry.
as it is now.
I'm just asking to get
Something has been returned, so it should be.
Something here. Even if we see it,
That's
they're not
fine.
too-
Oh, somebody was.
Stop yelling.
We've just
Yeah.
arrived and
I'm
somebody's
trying
already
to
broken the
enforce
rules.
something. People would pay attention. But I
This was the last time. The last time we were here.
So they're still patrolling.
It was my fault. I was the leader of that group, and I failed to mention any rules to anybody.
Anyway, so Jamie,
You could've
our
had
perimeter
someone
will be
killed
from that house
because of
over
your
there
inadequacy.
to up to
providing leadership as well as a team coordination.
to that structure.
But I want
over
to
here.
stress
So
the
this is gonna
fact
be
that we are
mine.
to, one, not take anything without the word of our captain here. Number two, to not engage
My magic things. That's a mega. That's a mega.
Silver is that there were some that a lot of the
Everything
spirits
seeing one.
resting place have been removed in
Oh.
a sense, and I want to. I feel like a goal that
Hello.
might be simple enough is to find some spirits.
Did you manage
How
to
you
get
doing?
out there? That place.
Yes, we did. Luckily.
We managed to attach ourselves to the glowing one.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad you got that out as well. And came back here actually.
We always return to the race.
Watching over the area.
Everyone else is talking, so why can't I fucking talk?
No, please
Yes,
continue.
just be watching over. Sorry about that. Just giving him an update.
We always come back here. We can't leave, except for that time when he kicked us out for some reason.
As it were, that we're able to
Has anything changed since you were last here?
No,
as long as we follow the rules.
we can't go to that place, or we can't find the place. The desert place.
Change the subject.
What about people with no...
It's almost like you have to go.
It was.
Okay, I understand. Yes.
That would be actually
Well, I'm told they pushed the button that no one else could see, and that's how they got there.
I wonder what that place is. No one seems to really know of the spirits.
You could try to call them out.
We're going to maybe have a proper look there again at some other point.
Try and see if any who are willing to will be able to talk.
Anyway, apologies. I must go talk to one of my friends. I'll talk to you again in a bit, okay?
Understood.
Probably not.
They might not just disappear, they might have been displaced.
I love everybody. Everybody is amazing, and there's nothing going on over
That
here.
is a possibility. However,
Yes, I'm trying to get to that, but
well, they are spirits that have lived here in the resting place. The only,
that potential threats, I think.
I believe they are. It's they are part of the hunt here.
It doesn't help that I get my powers.
Well, they're.
I'm gonna try something really.
Considered.
Hey, boss man.
It has a technological looking appearance.
I
but
don't-
do not know if I see lightning or not.
I'd like to try something a bit reckless, but it could work.
I
Reckless is
don't
always a
think
bad
that's.
idea.
That is
I was
a
gonna
bad idea.
telepathically. I was gonna try and telepathically communicate with the hunter. If they speak any sort of language, I should be able to talk to them. Us Verdon have telepathy.
There's an unnecessary
No,
risk.
That is, I. Yes.
That thing who finds that as an attack.
I wanted to
yes.
ask.
Linking with one's mind directly can typically be interpreted as such, so let's
suppose,
not
yeah,
try
point
that.
there.
Yeah.
We'll use it as a last resort.
Alright. Yes, Griffin?
I wanted to ask, are we going to be splitting up and investigating, or are we going to collectively search both areas?
There are 6 of us and we have 3 structures, so groups of 2 would not be a bad idea.
That's
I
can.
7. My
Yeah, there's
apologies,
7, so 2, 2, and 3.
But I'll just go on my own.
We have 3 structures,
No.
so it should be a group of 3 and 2 twos.
Are we investigating the resting place?
Yes, we're
Looking for
investigating this
spirits.
perimeter.
Okay, so
Yes, we are looking for spirits.
Why-
Inside of the pocket dimension that
we have
Because-
absolutely nothing to worry about. We are not going to be in any danger. Nothing's going to come attack us. So if anything,
Yeah.
we should go one at a time. Maybe we should spread out into groups of 1 because it's not like we're going to be worried about losing anybody.
Well, Damien, we want to
I
stay
would
as a
like to
group with
counter
more
that with the
practice.
fact we've not
Yeah,
worked
this is
with
more
the
of
group before.
Yeah,
I
so
must
going
say,
up on our
I
own
only
in a
know
new team is
you,
not the best
Celine,
idea.
And Vera, and I do not know Vera very well. Practice is what we require.
I've been informed.
Yes, we can't just go.
by the resting place.
I'm sorry.
A team cannot
I keep
function as a
interrupting.
team immediately.
Yes.
My only problem is that not all of us have some form of soul sight or magic sight. Even though I
that as
technically
well.
have it, it's very vague. I won't be able to tell anything spirits, so we should stick in groups to have at least one person who's capable of seeing them while we investigate.
I believe it was mentioned they can contact us. It's only a matter of
willingly
seeing
reach
them.
out.
We could still hear them regardless if we have a magic
Yes.
sense or not.
If they wish to talk, they will talk.
I suppose.
It's an unknown place. Yes.
Exhibit A.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Daisy.
Hello, big lady. And hello, angry one.
Hi, lady.
Hi, Daisy.
What might you be?
Explore these
The one with 2 hoops on the hips.
Oh, I'm Vera.
Can I say something before we do go look in those houses?
Book lady.
That thing came out of that
I'm not
house
wasting
right there,
time.
So I don't think we should go in there. At least not me.
Damien.
Damien.
Damien, come back.
Leave him be if he does not wish to play as a
tempered
team,
one
and we
is
should
doing
go.
stupid
Okay, I
things
guess we have our
again.
first group, which is Bella and Damien. I'll at least stick together.
I don't touch anything in general.
Damien's being awfully
Then-
reckless lately. Good for him.
That
Everyone
is
is awfully
very
reckless.
reckless. Yes, so I would be comfortable if we would have. Let's have Vera and Griffin. You try looking at that structure over there, and then me, Karu, and my apologies. What was your name again? Keith. Me, Karu, and Keith will investigate the small house structure over there. How's that sound?
Understood.
That'll work.
We'll take a look around. Yes, and if we find anything, let's meet back here and we can make our reports.
I do think that if he wishes to improve group structure.
Yeah, it really looks like shit, doesn't it?
They're saying flush it
Still
down at the
structural
table.
enough to still stand and last the ages of time, unlike most recent buildings.
Nothing so far.
Things hasn't changed as long as we've
Zero.
been here.
There's nothing in these two either.
Indeed.
Or three for that matter.
Don't throw anything
Either.
through it. We don't know.
Wait,
if
side by
it's
side.
Is this your
I see you.
house?
or not.
No.
You're gonna roll.
Miss
Are you...
was it?
Miss,
Yes.
Miss Daisy, is there anything in these drawers that could be of use to our investigation?
Other character, give me a moment. Give me a moment.
We wish not to take anything of importance to you, of course. You
Hello. I need a DM in one of the buildings.
be beneficial to our
They're
investigation.
asking about items.
If need be, we might have something in turn for those items if it is required.
Of course.
Is it in this one here?
The one,
Yeah.
if you see me, Sam, Denise.
No worry not. I have something in front for
Much to
this.
spare in the department.
If they go looking for it, they're not going to find any. They have to be given it.
I was thinking of finding something that
when we went to answers
helped them
because nobody had
investigate.
any. So there's just a bunch of cans of food.
Okay,
in my
like I said, if they're looking for it, it's not gonna exist.
Again, that's
They have to be
if we find
prompted to
anything
get
of
it.
use.
Let's not overwhelm her, though. We still need to hear what they may have in return, or whether or not it is of use.
So it's...
Yes, of course.
The Raze has to give it to you. They're not gonna look for it and then.
Okay, so they find nothing, essentially.
Yes.
Serve as security measures, of course. It is not
feel
going
like
to fire.
that's aggressive.
It'll alert us that something is near.
You won't
I know,
find
but
anything
it's aggressive.
unless it's given to you.
Okay, before you do anything, out of character.
I see.
This is out of character.
Right. So on to the next house.
I will remove it as you wish.
What's
Yes,
this thing?
Graham?
Of course.
Who?
With permission, of course. I need to just go talk to Louisa and Lancelot for a brief moment.
You alright?
Yes, then come right back.
Yeah, there's already another group in the other house.
I just realized. Did we lose Kate? Where's Kate?
Kate's at the resting place, and we're also beginning to move.
Okay, all right.
We will move into the next location, if you wish to follow.
Monitored by Lancelot.
I know
I
many
don't
of
get
you
to
might
have this
not
many
like it, and
visitors.
we are going to go to the house where that thing came from.
Oh,
Our
I see.
sincerest apologies if that is a bother, but I'm glad if we are able to keep you company if this is something you enjoy.
Dennis.
I do. I do miss the Silverhair, though. I haven't seen them since we came back here.
We are thankful for your patronage.
Though, what did you see, perchance?
Say again?
What did you see, perchance?
No, Scholar is yelling into the void.
Here? Or...
Excuse me, could we get a move on? There appears to
You
be
said you saw something.
Something
I'm
out
curious
just
as to
now.
what.
No.
I like him
Wasn't
behind.
sure.
Shall we catch up, you two?
We gotta catch up with the others. If you see it again, do tell me.
No, but somebody said something about ruined house. Which one?
Well,
I
there's
do
already
believe
people in
that
here,
they.
actually, from
I do
Group
believe that
C.
they meant that ruined tower up there. Has already been identified.
Well, this is kind of like a house. I don't
Dennis,
know.
please, I must stress.
This is definitely not a house. It is a blacksmith. What was that?
It is? I misheard something. I must have misheard the rest. I must be getting tricked.
Allow us to head up this way and attempt to reconvene with another group.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Ah, fuck this bullshit. The Scholar jumps in.
It's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, Scarlet,
you know
how
I
you
can't
doing?
be in
You
Discord.
finally
I
joined
can't be in Discord.
Oh, hi,
and
Scholar. You want some tea? How you doing? We're eating fog tonight. Mmm, yummy fog. It tastes like strawberry.
What's going on here?
We
always
fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck all of you.
Our body is
I'm gonna just lie down here.
Koi went in and we all.
I'm just lying down here.
Yeah, Koi. Yeah, Koi went in, so we all followed.
We're getting fucked tonight. R.I.P. your character.
Did you tell guys tell Dragon?
Yeah, Dragon told us to go as well.
Koi's gonna have to do a fucking challenge or something? Question mark.
Yeah, so people who could have saw what was over here, I asked first if there was anything in particular. There was a challenge that was like, only one person can do the challenge, everybody else can watch. So technically, if we're going by first person who entered does the challenge, then you'd be doing it.
So
If
yeah,
not,
no,
then
Koi
it'd either
does
be
the
me
challenge. We're all just
or
spectating.
I mean, because Koi has true sight, so she'd be able to see stuff too.
I mean, at the very least, at least was the Eldritch fish. Like,
more likely, it's gonna be the first person who went in, which would be you. So,
have fun with
may
that.
not have to fight things. May or may not.
I'm very glad.
You check both of them.
Maybe that is where the others were.
Yeah. Damien
Same
one
one.
other followed,
Yes.
They were a group that went through the fog.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Yes, I've asked their leader to go in and get them out again, and then I'm going to try and contact them in a minute. And if we can't get in contact, we're going to gather everyone up and head on towards that. Well, head over there, not necessarily go through it.
Hello, Vera.
Welcome back. Shall we go investigate that second cave?
Yes, make sure we do it quickly and bring everyone back because we might need to do things.
Oh, it's so shiny.
One of you, come with me. I do not care whom.
I'm coming with you, don't worry. But it would be this way. I don't think there's anything
I guess
over that
we're...
way.
I was told there were two caves
up
here.
Come on. Oh, alright, let's go. Come on.
I guess everyone run everywhere. Seems tiresome.
Everybody likes running. Get to places quicker.
Suppose so.
Well, it's pretty
Yes,
much a
but that is how you
click
fatigue yourself. Well, quickly at least.
You can rest up if you
Also,
get
how
there
you miss
faster.
things. Whilst it may be faster, you may miss things, smaller details. If you take your time,
that
you
is
may
true.
notice smaller things. Seem like they've left me behind and didn't bother checking the path.
That happens more often than you think.
Believe me, I know.
We investigated the other two sites while you were absent, but it does not matter.
That is enough.
Let us continue.
Spirit, you still there?
Yes.
Hello, Daisy.
Come on.
Can you tell us who he is?
Who?
The one using the hammer.
Wait. Other character, give me a moment.
Yes.
Question.
At least we got some type of info.
Mm-hmm.
Someone
Why is
used
Dragon
the
turning
Don't
on his
mind
camera?
that.
Okay.
Don't mind that.
They're wondering who used the hammer.
I do believe the hammer was used on the portal system.
That's
And
a
that is
good
what is
clue.
correct.
Dragon?
And we also know it's not a construct.
I'm aware.
Or a
I'm
deity.
answering other things. I'm getting to that. If you could go back to your...
Well, at least we don't have to worry about shambles swinging
Are
around
they
a hammer.
waiting for a response?
Yes.
I know.
Can you tell us anything about the
If you
prison?
could go back to your thing,
It's
so I
located
can
outside of the Raze.
tell them.
Oh, okay.
without double micing.
Do you know anything of the prison?
Hello?
What was that?
I don't know.
Feels good to crash, Dragon says.
Oh no.
Alright. I'm gonna take a seat till then. That's damn. If they
I
wanna
was
fuck
just
around
about
with the fog wall, they can. I'll follow, but shit. Man, I'm just trying to get answers. Everyone's just talking, dude. So, they're just standing around. I was honestly tempted to just be like, you know what, I'm going to the answers, lol, kick W.
Athena was about to throw you in the
and then
lake.
fucking call it a night, because this Raze session is gonna be fucking doozy.
This close, she was about to throw you in the fucking lake.
For what?
Because
Athena?
she could
Amy didn't
just
do anything
shut.
to Athena.
That's why you did get thrown in the water.
What was she gonna throw him in the water for?
I mean, you were just having such a fucking hard on for the answers. It's just like, just shut up. So you're going there.
I mean, it took too long to get organized. That's something that should have happened before game.
Yeah. Alright.
We could have done it while we were being gremlins in my world. But I just like, I didn't really know.
Cards up right now. I think we're good to go cards up.
I am not.
They're not what? They're not from the prison? Do you know anything of the prison? No, not yet. Why?
We're being summoned.
By who?
As they said, another group went into that fog gate, and we are being asked to assist.
Holy shit. Okay. Be there shortly. No, Damien, don't go off and do things. Proceeds to walk through a fucking fog wall. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable, these people.
There's another group.
But we do need to assist.
Fine.
Well, we at least got
Guess I'll have to come
something.
back and ask questions another time.
Indeed.
We got some answers, at least.
Not really. I mean, yes, but no. Just
You're my Yuppie. God damn it. It was behind me.
At least we have confirmed that someone hit it with a hammer.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that we could get this. He, him, kill him. Kill who? Names, please. We were losing my mind.
No. But yes, we were supposed to arm up and
Aggressive boop.
I feel
we were supposed to arm up and
not too aggressive. Thick skull. Remember. Anyway.
Has returned.
Hey,
Nope, they have not.
Aggressive boop giant.
They haven't. We're just gathering everyone up because we're running
Yes.
out of head phrase.
Daisy
If
wants
we
to
don't
speak to the
interact with them
mysterious
in
voice.
the next couple of minutes.
What do they want to know?
Huh?
What do they want to know?
Just, asking who you... Just, very friendly, casual conversation.
In regards to the power of
to do diplomacy first. So if something comes through that door, try to
to a
talk to it
skill
first
even I don't
before feeling it
understand.
full of lit.
Should I yell? Friend or foe?
And if they say foe, you shoot them in the head with an arrow.
No, if they say foe, you punch them in the face.
Stop talking aggressive measures.
That thing.
It'd also be
What is
best if
that?
We hug them.
What is what?
What is what?
Behind the big guy.
Pointing at me? Oh.
That is a, actually I don't know what
Hermes'
that
constructs.
is.
Hermes built it. It's a automated entry defense system.
I don't understand.
It fires hot pieces of metal at enemies really fast automatically and isn't living.
Hermes,
I see.
Hermes.
can you recall
Do
your...
not worry. It is merely precautionary. It will not fire upon any
I'm
of
not
you.
afraid of it.
Thank
Even
you.
if it can fire at us, it can't hit us.
Exactly.
Well, if it makes you uncomfortable, then
No, it just made
I'm
funny
more than happy to
noises.
oblige to your comfort.
I am not aware. Please tell me of what you were trying to
I
ask.
also make funny
I'm down.
noises. Apparently.
I have a
They just
feeling
want
that
to
you and
ask.
Daisy get along very well.
Just who the person is. You know.
Okay, well, deity of the Raze used a hammer and chisel to chisel away the world. It's pretty much everything that you already know.
Oh, they were just asking who the voice was. It was
Who the voice was? Oh, it was a collective of spirits.
Okay. When I talk about 8-year-old child, do you think they understand what a chisel is?
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
I was just going to clarify. Part of Scholars Group went in because they went on their own with only polar people. I thought it wise to send the rest in so they could get them out. They have not come out, and I have not been able to contact Scholar. So,
wait, Scholar.
we will also
So
have to
our
go
master
through.
plan is to just keep sending people in until we're all stuck in there?
That does seem like a rather
Fantastic. I need to restart VR chat because I got an audio bug. I'll be right back.
Scholars is psychedelic dog, as what Aries would like to just.
If you don't
It
mind
looks
my
like
asking,
LSD.
which members
Wait,
of
is
the
he the
group had
pink
gone
and
in and which
purple one?
members of the group had remained?
Oh, no wonder why he went in there. Freaking retard.
By the time I came in, most of the
refrain
plan.
from such language.
Out of character,
Unfortunately.
try not to use that word. Some people actually
Sorry.
don't like when you use that word. You're good. You didn't know.
Helper.
If that's the case,
Dragon
then what's
has
the
to
order?
restart
What are we
VR
going
chat.
to do?
Scholar really is a
The
poopy
waiting
head.
game is not an option, is it?
Well, I'd say being stuck together is being better
Now they're
than stuck
sending us all
alone.
in there to potentially die.
Be quiet, Damien.
It's an issue of if they're in trouble, they'll need as much help as they can get.
Wait,
And
Skill
there's
again?
nothing
I think we
anyone
send
can
more
do from
people
out here.
in.
With all due
Everyone knows how
respect,
to fight for a reason.
If we have lost communication with them, we are to assume that something has gone critically wrong on the other side.
I like that idea.
We are
Can I go
going
inside
in
now?
entirely blind.
Sometimes
A more reasonable
communication do not
assessment is
lead
they're out of the
far.
range of this radio, which means they're probably
This isn't just one
displaced somewhere
place.
else.
I have a suggestion then. Merely a suggestion. Let's not put all of our eggs in one basket. We know that some of the members went in. How about we send another team and leave someone still here in case
already
the
did that.
communication should return?
Okay, so listen, the more
Are
we
we
just
even
talk about this
capable of
and like say no to each other, the more that something bad is going on the other side of that freaking thing.
Kate?
I'm going to lose my mind. We need to do something!
I will leave it to your
That's what I'm
assessment, leader.
saying.
We,
discussing.
we did try. From what I understand, we did try. We did send people in there after them, and we lost contact with them.
Okay. Maybe it's because there's a giant thing of fog in front of the door, Damien.
Kate's got a point. We need to do something and something fast.
It doesn't matter what's in front of the fucking door. What matters is what's happening on the other side. I don't give a damn about the door.
Apologies, Miss Daisy. If you could allow the spirits to let us come to a consensus for a moment.
Have
I
communication.
don't understand.
Shall we send one in to serve as a scout of some kind?
If you could you come with me for a second?
In her head.
Maybe we can ask them about the doors.
You see, one of our members had gone through into an area that they were not supposed to, and they had just gotten lost. Currently, we are trying to figure out whether or not we should send some people after them in order to see if we can get them back, but it's very dangerous. So we're trying to figure out what's the best consensus for us all would be.
For some mercenaries, danger is no objection.
I would say that bickering amongst yourselves is not the best choice.
I agree completely. However, it seems that none of them would come to a consensus.
So why don't you go send the...
people are gifted at here.
I've seen it plenty of
It
times.
seems like they are using their emotions and not logic.
Emotions are built into the human body for a reason that is unbeknownst to all of us, but emotions should not be disregarded as useless.
I'll quickly sort this very quickly so we may not disrupt
Can I
on the
just
heart.
send people in that wants to go in and keep those people out that does not want to go in?
The ones that are inside telepathically communicated with the Wunda. They are fine. And they are safe. They are investigating.
That is
Very well. Then it is of no consequence. We shall return to normal.
So
We shall still be, well, I guess, careful.
So
We don't know what's beyond the doors, and they're still investigating, so they're, well, we don't know if it's completely safe or not.
So you're telling me that I was about to uncover this, what destroyed the room, the ray, and we were called away for this.
Kind of angering seeing them take us so easily as
We should stay careful of what's beyond the doors. For
You
the
say
other
that,
group
but
is currently
the angry one
investigating.
has already gone back up.
I should go with him because I would like to find out what
Brown
this
is in here.
means.
Shall we get a consensus with our own group and see what we'll be doing?
Make sure everyone knows.
Let us go.
I appreciate it.
I don't want to have to wrangle cats.
Yeah, actually, I can. Daisy Rose.
Yes?
Several of you is up speaking at the moment. Do you know what's on the other side there?
We can't go past there.
Oh. Have you spoken to anyone who has before?
As far as to our knowledge, no one has returned.
My experience with Foggate, nothing good.
Oh, Davy went through once and he did come back.
Well, not when we're
Suppose.
here.
This is true. This is true.
Usually a fog gate is placed somewhere to keep something from getting somewhere.
Okay.
Whatever's contained there, they put
Well, thank you for answering my questions.
He seems rather relaxed.
Who, me? Quite the opposite, really.
It's inevitable that when people start getting stressed, they're going to be antsy.
It's not so much that. That I can handle. I'm quite used to it at this point, both being around the shore and my life before arriving here. It is more so that this form of organization, though I do agree organization was a necessity, the only thing I have ever seen come of this is defeat. And that is not to insult anyone here, but more so just me dealing with my demons.
The alternative we had before was even worse.
I am well aware.
Chaos last week was a nightmare. I don't
I've
intend
been
that to happen
absent for
again.
quite some time, so I do not claim to know anything, but it is frightening to watch history repeat itself. There is always one who believes he should have been chosen.
It's also the choice of every individual to be here. If someone disagrees, they don't have to be here.
That is a very, very true statement. However, most do not see it that way.
It seems our group is pretty much done with whatever tasks we had assigned.
Two have run back to the cave to continue speaking with a spirit, but other than that, everything was uneventful and unfruitful.
Multiple spirits.
Well, now,
That's a
Which is
cluster.
expected because this is the resting place, yes?
Apologies, you may have to repeat yourself.
I said that, he said that it was uneventful, which is expected because of the resting place, yes?
There are many spirits to talk to, and occasionally things out of the ordinary pop up. We just want to make sure we've been thorough. Because now that we've done it, we don't have to say, we don't have to do it again all over again, unless there's significant changes.
Very well.
I believe the lingering question is there anything else to do? Aside from sit around and twiddle our thumbs.
That is a very, very good question.
It is a reasonable point. Alright, because it seems we've done the most of our objectives, if there's anything you find you need to do here, I recommend you do it. Just make sure you stay near to your leader so they can call you back if needed. I'm going to go talk to the
Very
other
well.
team, and if they're satisfied, we can, well, not go after them because apparently they're fine, but decide what to do next.
Understood. There was something I was curious about actually in the house.
So, Mel, Hammer, not God, not construct, not prisoner.
Well, it's implying that the constructs are deities to some degree. Whether that's true or not is unknown. And we have established that this person is not a prisoner. Correct?
Maybe we should ask more.
Are they even here?
Ghost?
Hello, are you still here?
Ghost.
They are a cluster of
Was it a
spirits.
motor?
They don't really
They're a cluster.
function as they should. Sometimes they might be next to you and they don't hear you.
Oh.
Well, we need answers.
Sometimes answers isn't that easy to get.
Well, I don't know where else to look. We only have 4 runes, and each one going to a place we've already been. I wanted. It doesn't matter.
That desert place.
I'll be heading back to the answers on my own time.
That desert place is
Thanks, I hate it. What the fuck is that?
Hello?
Yes.
What's your name, friend? What? Were you here when the Raze closed? Yeah. What do you remember happening?
Chisel. Into the ground.
Big chisel?
Chip away the ground.
Was anything holding the chisel and hammer? No.
No.
Another spirit referenced him? Yeah. What do you know of the construct? Hmm? What was that? Sorry, that was hard to hear you there. Servants. Servants of what? Servants of the Raze. One of the lords said answers are corrupted. Are you talking about the place? Is the place corrupted? Hmm?
They're a solitary bunch who don't usually get out, so things kind of haywire. So do they.
I guess I'm not understanding. It's hard to understand you, I guess.
Yeah.
When things went, so did they.
Hmm. Do you know anything about a prison?
Multiple. Any?
Talking to an individual that said anything, or anyone that would have wanted to break the portal system was in a prison. A prison that's outside of the Raze and a kept secret.
We wouldn't know about it then.
Okay.
Would you have any idea where to start looking as to what caused the hammer and chisel?
The new places.
New places?
Yeah.
Like the desert place.
You went to one.
How do we gain access to these new places? I was told of a button that someone went and pressed for some unknown reason. I got the portal to one of these new places.
They just appear whenever they want to.
So these new places, obviously say they're new. How new?
I got some new on the oven, so I'm not going now.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
how big was the chisel and hammer?
Really, he said big, really big, but he's got to go, so I don't want to keep him.
Okay. Okay.
But in terms of answers, that was actually great, and for once, not vague and unhelpful.
Yeah.
So we should actually gather everybody. Not everybody, but we should gather our group.
Yes, we should.
Holy shit, I can't believe we actually got answers. You know how surprised I am?
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice. You sound very surprised.
I'm happy, because for once shit isn't burning. Not everything is burning for once.
That sounds good.
I'm not gonna lie, you almost set everything on fire by going in.
Yes, I quickly realized I was in the wrong cave and quickly ran out.
Why is things always burning?
Alright, those of you that have a brain cell count higher than 2, gather around. I'm kidding, I said that out of range for a reason.
Hey, this one insulted you.
Alright, friends, good news, big news, really big news.
Information.
So,
Good.
for once, our answers are not vague and unhelpful.
He insulted everyone.
Not only was there a hammer involved, we were told, what was that, Daisy?
Told people that they had less than one brain cell. Didn't you know?
No, I didn't. I did not. I was told that there is a very big chisel that fell onto the portal, and a very big hammer that hit it.
Oh.
In that case.
So.
Oh.
Then we need to explore new vaults or something.
Yes, these new places that we can access are. I asked where should we look for answers on what happened here, and we just said the new places. So places like the desert and wherever else is accessible now. As for information on the prison, they wouldn't know. As for information on whether it was a construct or deity, no, it was not. And it wasn't a prisoner.
I think I might have
At
figured
least that's
something
what they
out.
said. What?
That cult that Silver mentioned said that they had a relic of some sort that was able to control one of the constructs. Maybe they used the construct to smash the portal.
They said it wasn't one of the constructs.
Yeah, they said it wasn't. Nope.
Then what
No.
person
No, it wasn't one of the
designed something
constructs.
down that big?
They don't know where the prison is, and it wasn't one of the prisoners.
It wasn't.
And they don't know who this. They don't know who this he is because, well, they say there's a lot of.
I doubt it was the Leviathan.
Who the fuck?
Can you hear me?
They also said some of these places are no longer available. Or no longer existing, or something like that.
Did they? What?
Yeah, at the very end. I thought I heard that.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. But
The ground.
I might have heard ground.
Everything looks.
I might have heard ground.
It's unusual.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
It's all more
That-
We were trying to
withered.
access a place that didn't
Keep an eye
exist.
out.
It's like something is draining
That's
the
possible.
energy
That's actually
here.
entirely possible. We won't rule that off the table. Even if you heard wrong, we won't rule that off the table.
We definitely got a lot more questions, but the fact that we're starting to narrow it down, it was a really big hammer, a really big chisel.
The fact that we got anything clear, like exploring the new realms, is great. That's the first clear answer we've gotten, or suggestion, or right path.
Yeah,
So,
we're now
not
supposed
that.
to.
If you see me like that, I'm most likely
Damien, I might be trying to learn something that can help with the desert. Apparently, this horn can apply
that's
some
quite
sort
alright.
of effect. Maybe I can use
Any
it to
word
try
of
and
an
create some
unexpected
desert
effect?
effects.
You bought a giant horn and didn't know how to use it, or didn't know what it did.
But for now, just stay within the company.
Something just took some of the life essence away from it.
Baby steps.
Even though one of us
Baby
like to
steps,
feel
Damien.
Baby steps.
Like baby
Very
steps,
right,
like you're trying to work together with me.
We'll have a talk after we're leaving from here.
This entire place looks within.
Well,
I don't know for sure, but something happened. It didn't happen everywhere, just around that area.
anything new on this end?
Situations is still the same. We have to make a decision if we're going to go and help them. I'm unable to receive information whether they need help with this scenario, but it sounds like they're certainly in trouble.
I was gonna ask what our next move is, but it sounds like we're possibly about to go running through the firewall.
We can't
Don't.
leave them to their fate.
Don't test it.
Weird.
There's things down there.
We could. It wouldn't be very nice, but we definitely could. It's an option.
I mean, they have.
If you hit
The metal pieces are down there. You might have heard.
Careful, you're about to hit me in the head.
Quite alright.
I don't know how the
Sisters.
fuck I would do this. I don't know how the fuck I would do anything off screen. How would that play out?
Alright.
Do you want to speak?
I really need to speak to you, Graham.
Alright, yes.
Absolutely not.
Dolly, you there?
Is that not, like,
Ultimately, I think it needs to be all or nothing, because we leave
Oh,
one
never
man
mind.
down, they can't do anything to help us. They can't
Yes.
get us out. Either.
I trust
They've
to those
just
of you
when you
next
guys walked
to
The Mystic Gate.
We can hear.
The air around it seems to start to shift and bend as if a large amount of otherworldly power is being spent and deforming reality around it itself.
Unlikely, but I figured that was his way to
It is seemingly around only the Mystic Gate itself.
So what do you think?
Oh.
Stove?
Graham.
What do I?
Yes.
Well, something must have.
I touched the thing up at the top. And you guys walked away.
Well, I think at least. Well, no,
Alright,
a lot
did
of
anything
us
happen?
have a way
The
out.
entire sanctuary, everything looking more dead. Because of when I touched that.
needs to be able to generate a way out.
It shocked me, and then everything in the sanctuary just
I don't even know if there's
came
any
a little bit
trees
more
there.
dead.
If we could even tree stride out of there.
Those of you who are looking at the Misty Gate, you see it start to warp and bend as reality itself begins to shift in avaricious ways.
Oh,
it seems that somehow our some forces seem to be clashing, and things are getting
It's like a
quite
static shock, and then from up there, throughout the entire sanctuary, just everything became more dead.
Alright, let's get
We gotta go.
Wait, don't
Seems
move.
As you start to rush
You're not
towards
actually going in the portal.
Let's
as you
wait.
start to rush towards it,
Seems that we not have
seemingly
much choice
starts
but
to stretch you
move.
apart. And it hurts a lot.
Are we leaving or
And
going
when I say
there?
that hurts a lot.
We're pausing outside.
As reality itself is trying to tear it apart and tear you apart.
Shit, those are pleasant.
Group the others and get ready.
Oh gosh, that hurts.
You closer to the abnormality, as reality itself is trying to tear the air apart around you and yourself. It hurts a lot.
What's happening? Fucking drink some pain potion.
You're gonna take your own medic gun.
What?
Yeah. Attempt to medically use it on yourself.
There's some
I'm
kind of
synthetic, it doesn't work.
I'm not getting close to that fucking
Fuck. Wait, we have something for that.
The gods are yelling at
It's
me.
getting close.
God, I wasn't even that close to it.
Enemies, here, now.
We need an engineer. Is there any damage you sustained to see what happens?
No, I just
damage to which hand?
That's why I imagine being in a microwave feels like. If I'm being honest.
no, it's not damaged.
Picking up a stone.
Like that. And like that. And like that.
Toss a stone at the
Snaps
portal.
back into reality. All abnormal symptoms cease.
Yeah, you're right.
And reality itself seems to stabilize.
What the?
And
Let's get in there
the
before that
rest of the
happens
party
again.
comes out.
Yeah, let's get in.
The hand isn't operating at 100% functionality, however, it is enough.
Enough.
It's not just my end. Something that Gate did.
Quick summary.
Wait.
We were going to go in to stop the friends. Reality destabilized. We couldn't go in. It's now stabilizing.
What?
You can decide what you saw.
Coming back. That's it.
You guys are back.
I'm assuming it's
Hey?
another thing.
Hey!
Are you alright?
Hey, no.
Fine, we don't need help. Good, great.
I'm sorry, I saw a large mass approaching.
I just wanna make sure everybody, nobody fight while we're here. Everybody save it for when we're not here anymore. If you have qualms, you know. Dude, I feel funky.
You alright?
Yeah, it's the pain potion I drink. It makes me feel funny. Ooh.
That was a pain I've never felt before in my existence.
And expected. People are disorganized and that door.
Everyone is always disorganized. Welcome to our ragtag group.
Seemingly as usual, there's about 80 conversations going on at the same time. Wonderful.
That's fine. Nobody's really angry.
The pain isn't there anymore.
We're all kind of fucked. That's good.
Yeah, it's gone.
They're making grunting noises. So.
Yeah, because I'm still recovering from feeling all of it.
Trust me, it was not a pleasant feeling.
It was a feeling of having. I can't describe it. I felt like I was tearing apart.
Yeah, being pulled apart. It hurts.
Are we just timing this by... So also true, molecular.
Think molecular. I
Uh,
don't think it was
the
my
what he
muscle.
says.
It felt like my being.
What you're describing is a black hole.
I don't know. All I know is lots of pain near that portal.
It's either a black hole or a wormhole. One of the two.
It felt.
So for a black hole, it'd be pulling everything else in it, so I guess that makes sense.
It felt almost. It felt similar to something else I've felt before, but worse.
I've never felt anything like that before. And I've sustained a lot of injuries. That was the worst pain I've ever felt.
We have orders. We're all to regroup near the bonfire.
Understood.
Koi.
We should be able to share this information. It's pretty important. Plus, we have somewhat of a description of the person
You start gathering other people.
to do this, and now we know that someone did this on purpose.
Yes.
So it wasn't
It's all
by
coming
any.
together.
Yes, it's more than what we had yesterday, so it's still progress nonetheless. That's what I'm happy about. And it does confirm my theory that someone did this on purpose.